a break. We're almost on. PPRNradio.net. Music 24/7.
It's not hard enough.
Not your average radio guy. In fact, he's not even average. The Pinho Show on PPRNradio.net.
Yep.
The Pinho Show on PPRNradio.net.
Get deep.
A very blunt person, unfortunately.
Not hard enough. Not hard enough.
Got a little excited about that song. I had the whole song. Hopefully, if you're listening to the recorded part, you stayed through it.
Or skip it.
Oh. Trying to do some postings here. We have a lot to talk about. Boo looks aggravated already, don't he?
What's wrong, Boo?
Yeah, Boolicious. What's wrong?
It's something that will bring the show down.
unless you just want to talk about something sad straight off the gate.
I don't care if it's bothering you.
Yeah, let's talk, man. What's up with friends before?
Oh well, thank you. I as I mentioned, last week or the week before, because we were off last week. Perfect Date Guy and I have swung back into each other's orbit.
Hello.
And anyway, we had a conversation today.
Sorry.
Damn it.
I got it.
We had a conversation today, and I now know pretty much where I stand with him, and it's not where I want to be with him. And so I have to let go of what I want from him and just allow him to be.
Goodbye.
And it's really, really sad because I'm in love with him.
Stop crying. Don't cry.
No,
Don't cry.
Leave him alone.
No, don't cry.
cry.
Talk about it.
Well, you can talk about it and cry. It's okay to cry.
No, hold on. There's a reasoning I'm saying it. Because I think I've told you, we've told you, stop chasing. And it seems like you're chasing someone that doesn't want to change for you, but you have to change for him. And I'll always be honest with you, and I hope you enjoy that because the chasing at our age, you shouldn't even be on a table. Like if Ricky didn't go by what I do or stand by what I do, with my ridiculous career choice changes and all that stuff, and if she didn't like who I liked and all that stuff, it wouldn't be, yeah, it'd be sad, but it wouldn't be a relationship no more because you know what? I've made it through a lot of things in my life that I'm surprised I'm not dead yet, but it's like I'm not changing for nobody. And it's not because I'm the man hearing me roar. No, it's because if I change who I am, if you change who you are, and then down the road, that person does nothing to change them, then you're going to regret changing everything that you did just to be with them. You know, and I know you love them, and I know it hurts, and I know it's like getting a tooth pulled without no pain, but it's good to hurt now than it is to hurt later when you're so much in love that you can't turn back.
Invested so much.
Right.
Boo, can I pose something to you that it's a bitter pill, but I'm gonna just say this because you're my friend and I love you.
Atlanta
Love
wrote a song about it too.
Yeah. Consider this: you love him, you're not in love with him, and here's where the difference lies. To be in love, both parties feel it mutually.
Mm-hmm.
To love one-sided. And
Come again?
What?
And I, you know, it took me a long time to learn the difference too. And I've known many girls I've dated that, like, I thought I was in love with, and it was one-sided. I was crazy about them, and they were just interested in hanging out for a while with me. And it's also been the other way around. I've definitely dated girls that I was like kind of invested in it, but they were like super into, you know, and I was just like, yeah, I'm really feeling you that way. Different now is who I'm with. We've been together 6 months. We share the same passions.
By the way, we've been together 6 months. We met her 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Anyways, good.
You know, but you know, I mean, we're crazy about each other, and the thing that makes us so happy is the fact that we share a lot of the same passions. I laugh more with her than I have with a lot of people. I mean, it's just everything's there's the drama out there.
What's his name for
It's
you?
natural.
Does he have a name for you?
What, like a pet name or something?
Yeah.
No.
All right. You have a name for him. So who's more in love here?
He has a name because I gave him a name to protect his identity on this show.
You could have called him Mister.
Yeah, but we don't know the other side of the story. We don't know why
He left once.
But we don't know. We don't know his story. We have no idea why he left.
Wait a minute,
once.
though. But he
We
left
don't know.
once, and he also said that please don't talk about me on the show.
Right, but clearly he has something going on.
No, but that's not someone that wants to invest in you, your life. If you said please don't tell everybody we're married, well, fuck yourself.
That's a little bit different.
It is not at
Marriage
all.
is a
When
little bit different.
I've told the guys and girls that walk through this door, if you're embarrassed to post about the show, then don't be here. If you're embarrassed about something that you love doing, then don't be here. Don't be there. It's pretty simple
I'm
at
just
our
saying,
age.
We don't know. We don't
I
know
know
the
we
other
don't
side.
know, babe, but you don't understand. From hearing in the beginning what he said, like Boo was like, he doesn't know what we talked about on the show. He doesn't want to know what I do on the show. Then he doesn't want to know Boo. And I'm going to always be honest with Boo because I've been friends with Boo for a long time. And if he doesn't like it, that's on him to choose not to like what I'm saying. But I'm saying this from what I see from the outside. It's like Dave, like, I'm not going to post your show because, or Dave doesn't post. But I'm not going to post your show because it's going to interfere with my comedy. Then don't do my show. Or, you know what I mean? Like, if Ricky, I'm not telling my mother you're street beat because that's ridiculous. And they make fun of you like you're an idiot. Then don't tell her because you're not gonna have anything to tell her because I'm gone. You know what I mean? Like if you're not invested in everything I do, and if I'm not invested in everything you do, then there's no reason to be together, right?
Exactly.
All right. Just
You're right.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trademark that.
There are many reasons why. Reasons why, but two of the major reasons are he never wants to get married, ever. He was married to a woman for a very, very, very short period of time. It lasted less than 2 years when he was very young, and that produced a daughter. And after he got divorced, he said, I'll never get married again.
Can I change the subject for a second? Kendall, Rebecca texted me saying Kendall and her were going to be late. She was making him dinner while he was driving home. And she comes walking down here with a French bread pizza.
That's what the kids are about, making him dinner while he's driving.
Yeah, I guess. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Boo. Go ahead. I just.
So, that's one of the reasons why we will unfortunately never work out.
I'm sorry.
And the other thing is, he is polyamorous.
All right, big words. Talk to me. What does that mean?
Multiple partners.
Polyamorous means is the ability to love more than one person at the same time.
That's Ricky. She loves everybody but me.
So,
That's not true. She just loves me.
I don't mind. I'm not a particularly monogamous person myself. And so him having sex with other people is not as big of a deal as it would be to some other people. I always say I don't care who you stick your penis into or who sticks their penis into you, but I have exclusive rights to your heart. Love me and love me only.
It's a hell of a bumper.
And he just doesn't feel that way. And he is polyamorous, and he can't dedicate love to just one person.
How old is he? Sorry.
52.
52. Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you. I was just well. I mean, I did because I did, but
and so that's for those two reasons alone, we will never work because I want to get married. I want to look down and see a wedding ring on my finger. I want to introduce somebody as my husband. And that's never going to happen with him. And I get it. My head gets it. I intellectually can wrap my brain around the entire thing. but my heart is not there.
And that's okay.
I love him, and I just don't know. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It's okay. We're all friends here.
So that's all you need to know. That, I mean, if there is any other reasons, they fall way down the line as compared to those two reasons that we can never be together, which I get. I can wrap my entire brain around that, and it makes perfect sense, but tell it to my heart. And my heart just does not understand. And it's breaking because I love him so much. So there you go.
I'm trying to fix the cameras. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
What you guys are trying to do?
I don't know. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. You guys need to console your friend here.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I just got here. I didn't really know what walking into. I
You
mean,
basically heard it.
well, right, but I didn't know what kind of led to
Yeah.
this moment.
No, yeah.
I guess is what I'm.
Yeah, well, we only
I'm
just
trying to
started before you guys walked in, and it was just Boo seemed upset. Peter asked him why, and we got the lowdown.
I just
And
feel
that's
like
what you
anything I
guys
should
just
say
heard.
right now would just come off as a cliche, but I back most of what you guys are saying, and I wish he didn't have to deal with this.
Love is never, well, unrequited love is never easy, Boo, and you have nothing but my sympathies. I don't mean to, and I know Peter feels the same way. He doesn't say it the same way, but I know he cares about you, and he's hitting you with the bitter pills too. But you know that you're among friends here. We all love you. Maybe not romantically, but we all love you, and we all care about you, and we all
Suck
just want
it
the
up,
best for
bitch.
you.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
Suck it up, bitch. I'm kidding. He knows I'm kidding. I told him I told you from the beginning, but you always want to be mad at me.
But nobody wants to hear I told you so.
What? I'm not saying I told you so.
Well, I was going to say when he first started
I
telling
wish
us
my
what was
friends
wrong,
would tell me Ricky's an asshole, but they will never do that.
Well, because we don't think.
Because she's not, but I'm saying I wish someone would say that.
Well, when she drinks
If
it,
she was an asshole and someone seen it, I wish they would tell me. But no one will ever tell me that because everybody loves Ricky.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ricky's great.
Yeah.
You got to see it from. I know it hurts right now. Fuck you. You've been there with me, buddy. You've been there with me a couple of times. You talked me off a ledge a few times. But thank God you did. Thank God you did. And it sucked. Remember I told you all those times? When I'd call you up, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And this and that and this one and that one. And I thought this was the one. And you were like, well, you remember how you used to talk to me? And that's what I'm returning the favor.
Well, it's like he said. He understands intellectually what's going on right now. It's not so much, I know, Boo, not to speak for you, but I know what you're looking for isn't the pep talk. It was more just to vent about it because we asked, But, yeah, I mean, you're right. It's not easy. When your heart wants something, try telling it otherwise. Everybody in this room has been there, I'm sure.
Right.
And,
Well, anyway, I just don't. I mean, we broke up officially a month and a half ago, and no, we broke up July 14th, and I started seeing him again on August 14th, or around there. So for that month, we weren't together. And now that we're back together, it's the same thing. It's like our dynamic has not changed at all. But our dynamic hasn't changed at all. But and neither of our opinions about what we want out of life. That hasn't changed either. And so what do you do when you're with someone that you both care for each other, but I don't know. I don't know.
I don't want to give you false hope, but is it possible, the expression never say never? I mean, he says that now because that's how he feels about the marriage thing. But is it possible you guys might be together for a while and he might start to see things differently? I mean, we know somebody. Oh, I don't know them personally, but Peter knows somebody who used to say all the time he was never going to get married on the air, and now he's engaged. And Chaz, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He used to, he got divorced, and he had like a breakdown on the air about that, and then he met a girl not long after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he used to say all the time, people would say stuff about him being married. He'd be like, oh, I'm never going to do that again. Never again. And he would say never all the time. And then one day he was just like, oh, by the way, we're engaged. And whether it was to throw her off the scent or whether he changed his mind. Again, I don't mean to give you false hope, and I don't want to see you get hurt more, but I just, if you love him and your dynamic is what it is and you guys are enjoying one another's company right now, then maybe lay back on the pressure a little bit. Just hang with him and see where it goes.
And I see what you're saying, Dave. I really do. And ever since we got back together, or at least started talking to each other, I made the conscious choice not to put any pressure on him at all. And this conversation that we had today happened just like all the rest of our conversations, very organically. It came up very, very organically. And the only non-organic conversation that we have had is when he broke up with me. Now, as far as maybe he'll change his mind, maybe, but how long am I supposed to wait for that? And maybe, maybe he won't be polyamorous anymore, but how long am I supposed to wait for that?
Well, don't wait. It could happen, but don't wait. Find your way on.
Oh.
No, it's not you.
Oh, okay. I thought you disconnected.
No.
So, I mean, and how long am I supposed to wait? Especially when, and for those of you that are listening, anyway, he checks off a lot of my boxes. He checks off almost all of my boxes for a mate, for a partner. And so it's almost like, and I feel this on both ends, it's almost like we want what we want, but we don't want to lose each other. So it's weird. It's because I feel that from him too, and he's pretty much said, once you find someone, that's the end of us. And it's like, well, I mean, I don't know. So anyway, that is the way things stand right now. I can't wait for someone to change their mind. I just can't.
Then kind of like what Dave just said and what Peter was saying before, stop chasing. Don't wait. Don't necessarily be actively looking, but while you're with him and you're happy, be happy that you're with him. But if something else comes along that checks all your boxes and does all the things and is willing to do all the things that you want to do, then then that's when you make your choice. But for right now, if you guys are still together and you love one another, enjoy that for what it is. And, you never know. Something else could come along that then it's like, this is doing it for you for right now, but this other thing will do it for you for the rest of your life. So now you're not waiting for something to come along, but it's just, if it does, it does.
Why can't I see anybody?
Hang on a second.
I was just asking.
No, you
why
will.
I can't
You
see
will.
anybody.
You will. You will.
But
hold on.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, and it can be confusing at times because, like, we talked. I mean, I saw him today, and we spent a lot of time together today. And earlier in the day, he said, "Hey, do you have a passport?" And I said, "Well, no." And he said, "Well, get one because a friend of mine has invited me to a destination wedding in Cyprus, Greece."
Ooh.
And it's not happening until November of next year. So it'll give us time to save our pennies to go. And part of me is like, great, we get to go to Cyprus, Greece. I've never been outside of the country before. But then the other part of me says, who does that? Who invites just a friend to go with them to a destination wedding overseas? Who does that? You know? And it's like, we're not just friends, but we're not what I want us to be either. And so, I mean, in November of next year, if things continue as they are, we may end up going to Greece together. I don't know. But again, it's very confusing. It's like, how is it that, I mean, who does that? Who invites a friend to go halfway across the world to a destination wedding? Who does that? It doesn't make sense to me.
It sounds like he might be trying to date you, but sidestepping the risks that come with it.
Well, and if you ask me, Dave, I believe that you're 100% correct about that. I think that there is an emotional hang-up there that he refuses to cross that line because of whatever emotional hang-up he has. So I believe what you're saying is 100% correct. And I also believe that if Peter continues to do that, I'm going to have an epileptic seizure to stop it.
Play the Pokemon song.
I fixed the camera.
So, yeah, I think that he wants to date without the label of boyfriend. So, and that's not good enough for me.
Is it possible for you to, I mean, they say love is compromise, and maybe
it's not hard enough.
It's plenty hard.
But like, what I was going to say was, I mean, maybe not forever.
A very blunt person, unfortunately.
To wait forever, but like, maybe for a little while, you know, date without the title.
That's fine.
Bitch,
I mean, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally, right before he left, right before the show started, we literally sat down and I told him what my schedule will be like for the next month and a half. And I basically said, well, you know, pretty much next week and the entire month of August or the entire month of October, if we're going to see each other, would have to be during the daytime because of a raisin in the sun. And it's like, oh yeah, well, we can definitely meet during the daytime. In fact, let's meet tomorrow. So it's like, okay, but you just told me a couple of hours ago that that you're still polyamorous. I find a husband. It's like, what? It's confusing.
Yeah.
Last Friday night, I was a guest on a podcast.
You whore.
Well, the podcast hasn't even gone up yet, and from what they tell me, it'll be a few months before my particular episode goes on anyway. And I was talking about they had me on as a psychic and to talk about, psychic abilities and psychic involvement with law enforcement, et cetera, et cetera. And at one point, we took a break and I went to the bathroom. And I found out later that one of the people, the producer actually, asked Perfect Date Guy, so how long have you and Steven been together?
It's not hard enough.
And it's like, because it's almost like we're an old married couple when we're together. And and so we have that kind of camaraderie with each other. And he quite naturally said, so how long have you and Steven been together? And Greg kind of him and hawed. And he told me that. And he told me that later. And I said, well, maybe you should have just said it's complicated and just left it at that. Anyway. Oh, gosh. I think I'm done crying. At least for right now. Yeah. We could talk about your hard-on problems, Peter, if you want to.
No, that's fine. I'm having fun doing this camera thing, so go ahead, keep going.
He's got one right now.
Well, I think
Peter, we're trying to do a show here.
I'm listening to you.
Sadness makes him hard.
But
We found the secret.
Dane had it covered.
yeah, Dane had some good insight, and I think the best thing to do is you can't just think about it over and over, because then you'll go nowhere, and then you'll just end up mentally draining yourself, and that's like one of the worst things you can do. I think do what Dane said. I think that seemed pretty logical to me. Kind of keep it as is. Keep it light, and perhaps you look elsewhere. Because I think there's just too many people in the world for there not to be someone that checks off more of those boxes than that guy, than whatever his name is.
Yeah. And I mean, like, Marianne and I, like, when we started seeing each other, we've never like officially been like, oh, so you're my girlfriend now, or whatever. It was just like we were just hanging out together, watching movies. It started out very casual, and next thing you know, I just started she just started calling me her boyfriend, and I started calling her my girlfriend. It just happened, and neither one of us argued or complained about it. It's like, oh, this is what this is now. And perhaps you and Perfect Date Guy, that could very well be the formula. You guys are just right now, just enjoy each other's company, do what you've been doing, and then someday it might just be what it is. And it's if it's meant to be that way, then it's inevitably going to be that way. Consult the cards. What do the cards say?
It's very hard for me to read for myself.
Fair
because every time I do, and a lot of psychics will tell you the same thing, that they really can't read for themselves, because when they do, that's better. When they do, it can be the worst thing in the world, and all they see is rainbows and unicorns. Because we want the best for ourselves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
and scene.
So, anyway.
This is what I was doing. See, now it looks all
I
pretty.
try.
It
looks very nice.
Watch. Scene. And scene. And scene.
You're a regular George Lucas.
And epilepsy and seizure.
Right.
And seizure.
It looks like a 1980s sitcom opening title
Collage,
sequence.
yeah.
Starring Dane Bramage. Stephen Dillard Carroll.
And Kendall is Kendall. You feel better now or no?
Oh, and I did want to. I wanted to address the idea that he doesn't support what I do here. That's not the case. It's just that he has said this is your thing, and I'm not really interested in involving myself in
What are you
your
gonna do?
thing.
Cry?
And there are aspects of his life that I'm not involved with, and it's sort of like that's his thing, and I can't involve myself in his thing either. And so it's not that we don't support each other in our separate things. It's just that those parts of our lives are not it's not something that that either one of us want to interject ourselves into.
Fair enough.
If that makes sense. It's sort of like, would you want your partner to go to work with you every day?
I would.
And well,
Ricky's one of the reasons I'm quitting my job.
Which one?
Huh?
Which?
The new one.
You're quitting?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I have another lined up.
What?
I have others lined up.
All right, no, I just didn't know that.
A better one, actually.
All right.
It's funny, when it rains, it pours. What?
When is this happening?
Oh, I already got the job. I'm supposed to start Tuesday if nothing else falls through.
What is it?
He'll be stripping at Walt Disney World.
Yeah. It's a better hourly rate, $7 more an hour. It's Monday through Friday, 6 to 3:30.
Okay.
And it's a company vehicle that I can drive personally.
Okay. What is it?
Installing cameras and gate motors for a fence company. Atlas, which is a big company.
In this area?
In Brantford. But the only downfall is you only get 1 week's vacation after a year. It's really an old-fashioned company because they pay you weekly. You only get a vacation after a year, and you only get sick days after a year. And something I said?
Gets up very abruptly.
After a year, I found it weird that you get paid every week, but
is the slot machine company going to be upset that they sent you to Vegas for a month?
I don't give a fuck what they think. Because
they
didn't care that. No, I know, but somebody asked me that the other day too, and it's like I don't care because they didn't care that they didn't tell me a lot of things.
They probably don't care because
it happens all the time.
Yeah, they go through so many people. They have such a revolving door that they mustn't care. Otherwise, they would look into it and try to fix the issues.
Okay. Like telling you you're going to be on call, telling you you're not going to work weekends, and you work weekends, and waking up anxiety-ridden because your phone has 10 calls on it, and you got to get somewhere. Yeah. And you have to get somewhere, or they're assholes to you, and I'm not dealing with them.
When one of the guys says to one of the supervisors, right, says to you, "I'm surprised you've been here this long. I'm surprised you made it this long."
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Not very encouraging.
Yeah, that's what you want to hear from upper
Right.
management.
Yeah.
What the hell are you still doing here after a month?
So I know, right? How dare you? So all the applications that I put in are starting to fucking fade in.
Okay.
But here's the problem. And it's always this. So I decided I'm going to leave. I went into job mode, and I said, if I don't get a job, we can still afford to live. If I did Uber every day, and then I did a bunch of hours for PLR, which I'm doing. I got 30 this week, So I was going to do that. But then I'm like, well, what am I going to do if I get sick? So, and besides, these guys are going to start slowing down in 2 months. So what do I do from December to April? I know Kendall's like, I can get you some hours, but you can get me like 10 maybe a week, maybe. In between. So I'm like, it's not his fault. I'm like, all right, I understand. So I'm like, all right. So I went and found his job, and it's great. It's just, I have to give up Monday. Now, I've made it this far, and here's the problem. I have never been on the show for 2 hours in my life. Here I am. I'm going in to tell them that I can't come in the studio, and without even telling them, he leaves me on the air till the end of the show. Mm. Like, I'm on the air from 8:30 to closing now.
That's awesome.
Doing bits and being the third AJ and everything. Hmm. So I write a letter to the boss. I'm like, you have anything, just anything. I don't care. I'll do whatever just so I can be there, and then I'll figure out whatever I got to do for money later. Because between a job and doing street team, if they let me, it would be decent pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they let me. Right. But I'm in the building, so even if I did my bit, I don't have to drive to another building to be at work. I'm in the building. So even if the fucking shift starts at, what does Trista start at, 9?
He starts like at 8.
He starts at 8. See, then that wouldn't work either.
Well, but it's different what he does. He doesn't have to start when he does.
Oh, he starts early.
The building opens at 8:30. There's certain people that come in and start their day at 7. For whatever reason, it's just kind of how they've worked their schedule to be. And I think some of it has to do with what they've worked out just from being there long enough that they kind of have that rapport with the bosses. But the doors open at 8:30. That's when the workday really starts.
Okay.
So
I would say start work at 9 on Monday and then work till 5:30. Whatever. I'm sure it would be fine. So that job opens up. I get this job that I'm supposed to start Tuesday, and I did it for a reason so I can have one more week of the morning show. And then I did an interview yesterday, which might help because it's 4 days a week. I don't know which 4 days, but it's 4 days a week, which might help. And then I just had another interview today where it's really good money. It's company car, tablet, phone, all that shit. It is on call, but it's only Stamford, Norwalk. It's not Boston.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be so bad, too bad. And it's not computer shit where it would take forever to fix. It's mechanical shit. So I have all these things on the table, but I don't have any answers, and then if I don't know what to do. And I'm hoping, and then this job opens up at PLR today. Colonel's like, oh, check out your email. And I applied for it. Okay. So I emailed my big boss, and he said he was going to put a big word in for me. So.
What job just opened up?
At PLR?
Yeah, what's
Yes.
Sales assistant. Yeah, basically it's helping put in orders that will run on the air and stuff like that, in booking like where certain spots play and so on and so forth. It's kind of an intermediary between the sales staff and the group that's called traffic, which book the air events and the time and have to keep it to a very regimented schedule. So it's kind of
this would be for Weeby.
More so Weeby ICC, but
Okay.
there's bleed over for all the stations.
Okay. So basically a program director for commercials. How's that? It would be.
Okay.
It's already a place you know everyone there.
Right. I know everybody there. It comes with insurance. It's what I'm more worried about. Money, yes, of course I want money, but I can always make money.
You can even do the other stuff like a part-time as consulting if this worked out.
An Uber or whatever. I could get by. I mean, I could work Ricky's check around paying all the bills, and then I can make money so we can have money every day. One job is great because it's great pay and it's great hours. Another job is great because it's no Mondays. This job is great because I'm in the same building. I don't got to commute from one bit to another. And then the other one would be great, too, because I work from home and make my own hours, basically. Like, I could leave at 9 and still be on time for...
If I know you, you're going to accept all of them and not sleep till 2027. Because that's kind of how
I have to go Tuesday, though. If I don't hear nothing from any of them, I have to go Tuesday and start this job. Otherwise, I lose the good one.
Yeah.
They're all good ones. This is the fucking problem. They're all good ones. But...
So then you have you already told the old job?
I didn't tell nobody. Oh, no, yeah. They'll be told.
What?
They'll be told Friday.
They don't know yet.
They'll be told Friday. I wanted to get my check. I'm afraid when I do that shit.
No.
I want my check in my account because I have a mortgage due this week. I want my check in my account before I do something drastic because they didn't give me respect and they treated me like shit. And I told them I had to be around this week for a couple of days because Ricky's dad is sick. And they're basically didn't give a fuck, and it's like, it would be an amazing job if I didn't have to drive to Boston at 3 a.m. for something. It's a fucking game. I make an awesome amount of money with these guys, and I have a lot of freedom when I have it, but I don't have a lot of freedom basically because I have to be at their beck and call. Yeah, really like Sunday, I did a whole 12 hours, and then Sunday night I had to go. Where did we go? Sunday. Never mind. We went Sunday up to Foxwoods until 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, makes for a long day.
And it sucked. And thank God they called when they called and not when I was there because then they would have been like, what the fuck? And it was, forget it. I can't. I can't do it. So I either get a really good job and I lose my dream or I get all these other jobs, I don't get as much pay, and I keep my dream, or I don't know what to fucking do.
Don't give up the dream.
And then on top of it, they text me today, say we got a bit for you on a toy drive. So what am I supposed to do now?
When is the toy drive?
December 5th.
Another thing too, and we spoke on this briefly, is that if you take the really good job, you don't necessarily lose the bit.
In my head, I do, because and you and Ricky are the same. In my head, I do.
The only thing you miss out on is being in the studio. No,
I want people to hear me.
So they used to do a ton of bits where the stuff was pre-recorded,
and the bits are gone now, out of sight, out of mind.
But they were different. They were different in the sense that you could record any drunk guy at a bar, and it would be the same as any other drunk guy at a bar. This is a very specific bit that you were running. The other successful bit that ran for a brief time was they did the strip club trivia. Like they had asked the strippers basic knowledge questions, like who was the first president, and that was a lot of fun. It didn't run for a very long time, but it was unique. Now, a lot of times they would do these bits where the person who recorded it wasn't in the studio or they phoned in. Mm-hmm. So hypothetically, you could still, like you did in Vegas, you called in every Monday, and so the only thing you would miss out on is being physically in the chair in PLR. And the bit would still run. As long as you're giving them audio.
Yeah, but even the guys that did the bits didn't sit in the studio for 2 hours. That's what I'm saying. I'm chipping away at something that I'm afraid if I'm not there, it's out of sight, out of mind. Have you ever seen Stosh sit there for 2 hours after his bit? McGilla?
Probably not.
McGilla?
Peter.
Ryan? Anybody?
I'm going to say something to you that's very important, and I say this to one of my other friends all the time. When you're debating something in your head, like you're debating right now, you've already made your decision, but you're trying to find reasons not to stay with that decision. You say it all the time, my dream, my dream, my dream. You want to be on the radio. That's what we're fucking doing right now. That is your dream, and that's your goal, and you're there. You're doing it. So really, this other as good paying as this Tuesday job might be, and as secure as it might be for you, it's going to take you out of what you want to do. It's going to take you out of your comfort zone. It's going to take you out of the ability to do these 2-hour things that are now building you towards something greater. Yeah. You see it happening.
And then I get that text, you're so awesome on the air. It's
that's what I'm saying, man.
Any of these job offers that take PLR out of the picture, you shouldn't even be considering.
Just don't even.
Because look because people sometimes can't find any job. You have possibly 4.
It's
unbelievable.
Exactly. And not to mention, you are doing the thing that you want to be doing. And if this other thing, as secure as it may be, is going to take you away from that, it's a no-brainer. Like you got to do the thing that you want to be doing, because eventually,
do I pay my mortgage?
Sometimes you got to starve before, you know what I mean? I mean, you've starved for a long time anyway. People that want to make it, sometimes that's the thing you've got to do to make it, is you got to be hungry, and you got to stay with it, keep at it. I mean, like you said, you have other jobs on the table right now that you might struggle for a little while you're working those jobs and doing the radio. But the goal is eventually you'll be doing the radio and you won't be starving anymore. You won't be struggling.
You have a lot of skill sets. You might have a different set of job offers in two months from now. Yeah. It might be dry then. It might be busier 3 months from now.
Or a radio thing, because you're doing the 2-hour thing and you've devoted that time and they see that, now they're like, shit, you know what? Peter, we were a little rocky at first because he had these other jobs and he had all this other shit. But now he's here. He's really doing it. I think maybe this is the guy. This is the time.
They may end up lying too, like the other one. Unfortunately, companies do that sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, you've said yourself that there's been moments where, you had to, because you're not a liar, you had to come clean and talk about I lost my job because of this other thing. And it's like you say that they're always holding back opportunities from you, and that might be part of it. Is they're thinking in their head, well, this guy. He's got these other jobs. He's not committed to this. So how can we depend on him to be a DJ if 3 months from now he's going to say,
I want to be a DJ. I want to be.
Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I mean,
those weekend shifts is where people go to die.
Fair, but you know what I'm saying. Like they
have bots for that.
Yeah.
The weekend guys,
I'm not saying
they're fillers, but weekend guys are.
They're on other stations. They They have other jobs.
Yeah. I used the wrong syntax.
Do I want to be a weekend guy? There's a guy in there that's. I know he's jealous of what I've accomplished because he's always like, "Whoa, your opinion should be in." I mean, of course they're going to say, "No, we don't want you. You should just send them in and, not be there." And it's like, it's easy for everybody to say, "Just send them in and and I get it, and I appreciate everybody saying that, but in my head, it's like I got here for a reason, and I don't think I would stay there for that reason.
Right.
Out of sight, out of mind. Like if I can add to the bit, then it's my bit now. It's still my bit.
Yeah.
Right.
But if they're adding to it and making fun of me and I'm not there, I lost my bit. Do you understand?
Yeah.
When we did the end of the show the other day, matter of fact, somebody said, get rid of AJ and take Street Pete. Like that was something somebody said
somebody
at the end of
called
the
in
show.
and said that?
Yeah.
That's
funny.
That's how, and it's not.
Poor
I don't
AJ.
find that funny. I mean, it's funny,
Well,
but it's not funny
yeah.
because AJ's a great guy. But that's how funny it was that day. You see what I'm saying? Like if I'm not there, they're not going to say that.
No,
Here's that
that's
guy
true.
that does the bits. That's it. There's another Stosh ball. That's it.
Yeah, you become McGilla at that point. It's like
Yeah, and then when the more head of the morning show used to say, "Okay, your bit's over, go," to where he's like not saying anything, and next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you got there at 8. Like
that's it, man. That's what we're.
no
that-
one's ever done that.
Yeah.
No one's ever done that. Like as far as what people that I do, and that's just what, and it fucks me up because then again, I can take none of these jobs, and then that bit fucking goes to shit in 2 weeks because the industry is that shaky and that rocky.
Yeah, it's true.
What the fuck?
The way I see it is the only way the bit ends is if you stop contributing to it. Now, I think whatever decision you make is the right one. I think, Dave and Dane both had a pretty interesting thing to say there, and that I didn't necessarily consider is that, that you're right. You have put all this time in any job that doesn't allow you to follow the dream as closely as you want it, then it's not for you. But the practical person to me is the one who's giving you that advice. That, hey, because I've seen it. I've seen it. I've been close witness to it. And I've seen success where the person hasn't been in studio. That's why I was thinking that you could still hold on to the bit and then have the really good job too. But I did like what they had to say.
I could still have the bit.
Well, that's what I mean.
And then make it. What if I don't like? Jesus Christ!
Share.
There's
You've
more.
got mail.
There's
You've
more
got
to
mail.
the bit than the bit, though, and that's what we're talking about here.
I could always say, all right, I got to do some training for a month and then see how the bit goes. That'll save me. Because when I did the Vegas thing, he's like, so it's over? That's it? It's over? No. You know what
Hear
I
me
mean?
out,
Like, yeah,
guy.
hear me out. And it wasn't. And the calling in was fine. It was perfect.
Yeah. I mean, think about
So
it.
if I do go Tuesday to work, I throw in that, well, I got to train for 3 weeks and see how it goes. And if I feel like it starts to fade and I'm not happy with my job, but I don't know what to do.
Where's an interesting thing too, and it's not necessarily a bit; it's a guest, but that happens every week. Jimmy, what's his face there?
Koplik?
Yeah, calls in about the concert stuff every week. They've been doing that forever. It's not a bit, but it's a segment just done over the phone.
Yeah, but Jimmy Koplik's also Jimmy Koplik
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean? He's a
Right.
big deal in Connecticut.
Right.
And when I'm done with training, doesn't mean that I can't do it over the phone. But I'm going to be training again for 2 weeks.
Peter, let me ask you something. Do you want to phone it in, or do you want to be in the studio? That's really what we're wrestling with here. You said it yourself. You like being in the studio for 2 hours. That's what you want.
Then they just asked me to fucking do something for the toy drive, which is huge.
Yeah. See, that's why I said to you before. You're not really debating what you should do.
But I have a wife at home that I worry about losing our house.
That's why
so
I'm
much
not,
things to
no.
my fucking head.
Yeah, well, that's you said yourself though. All these jobs are good jobs right now. Sure, the best paying of those jobs requires you to give this other thing up, but you don't want to do that. So go with the next best paying job that allows you to still do what you're doing, because eventually,
Well, good. Then
the
they need
goal-
to fucking interview me Monday and hire me Thursday. Right?
And really,
I'm just saying.
it's really on Ricky, because if she had her own bit on PLR,
I
everything
know.
would be fine. But
There
she just
you
want to
go.
go out and
Bitch can't even make $30 an hour.
Almost.
Married to Street Pete.
Ricky's pound
Yeah,
puppies.
I think
She comes in
it's
telling
my turn
stories
to
of
come
the
up with a
doctor.
bit and quit my job. And go
You
on
had a
radio.
chance. You didn't. I don't know what to
Start
tell
bringing pets into the.
you. You
into
think a
the
lot of
station.
people would apply for that job at the building?
I don't know.
Who doesn't have a job there? Everybody there works. No.
I mean, it's a type of job. it's not.
Alex would be the only one to apply for it, right?
It's because it's not the glamour job. You know what I mean? It's because all these. Think of all the street teamers that have come along that think they're going to get on the air after a month of being in the street team, and we've seen them become nothing. It's a job that I think a lot of it's a good job. It's not glamorous, but it's a job, and I don't think people are chasing after it. But I don't know.
You got to wrestle a little person because of this job.
I know. And I got my the station manager top program manager giving me a good
Putting in a good word.
yeah.
Notice something here, Peter.
I need to get to the interview first, and then if they were like, "All right, you got it," I don't care if I was making $300 an hour. If they say I got it at $10 an hour, I'm going because it keeps me in the building. You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand if you, in my mind, you have to be in people's face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
agreed.
6 years ago, you wouldn't think I'd be on the radio doing these podcasts the way I drank and everything, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like now, I'm trying to find my way to slither myself in. You know what I mean?
You've been doing that for a while. It might take a while. It's not going to be they've never like you said,
If I'm in the building though every day,
they've never had someone who's done what you've done and who they've allowed to. They must realize that whether or not they're saying it out loud or acknowledging it.
And Keith just went and got all those Dunkin' Donuts cards.
One thing though is if you got the job, I would lose you on the street team.
No, really?
I mean, unless they found a way to work the schedule like they did with me, I think I'd lose you.
Why? They don't work Saturday, Sunday.
But they would need you during the week, Monday through Friday.
So you don't have me on Friday anyways.
Well, they'd max you at, so they couldn't put you on Saturday and Sunday.
Really?
Yeah. But that's
It's all about hours and pay. Unless they're willing to. Some companies will put you in a different position and not pay you overtime, but a lot of companies won't do that.
Yeah, there's nothing that says you can't work your week.
See, now I got another predicament.
Well, no, hold on. No, so Tristan started out doing it as sales and street team, and he just grew tired of it. So he just stopped, and he became full-time sales.
Oh, so then I could probably do it Wednesday to Sunday.
So, right, but they'd have to develop some sort of schedule for you. I don't know. Would it be similar to mine? I don't know. Or would you be, Saturday through Thursday? I don't know. I don't know how it would shape up.
I wouldn't care what it is. Hours to me don't matter.
Right.
After having to drive to Boston at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning,
but
it don't matter what hours they work.
I didn't mean to make it anything bad. I just meant that if you got that job exclusively as a sales assistant, then you wouldn't be doing street team. But that's all right, because you're still in the building and you're still Street Pete.
Yeah, and you can always show up at an event, on your day off or whatever, just to be there, be present.
All right, we got to take a break.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
we got to do some funny stuff. All right, we'll be right back. Boo, keep your head up. You know we got you, girl.
Thank you, baby.
All right. And enjoy the music.
claim your spot.
What is Stadia?
It's a whole new way to play your favorite games online. No console to buy, no beefed up PC required. Just new games streamed directly to you. Get right into the action. Pre-order the Stadia Founders Edition at stadia.com.
Yeah. Yeah. Did we go live? Let's see if we're live. We're not live. Are we live? Are we live?
Oh, that was a beautiful Pueblo war chant.
Are we live? Are we live? We're live? I think we're live. Yeah? No? Maybe? Yeah? Huh? Huh? Huh?
You bark.
No. No, not barking. Huh? We're live? I hope so. I can't see.
We are coming to you live.
Yeah, we are live. Yeah. All righty then.
Hear that echo?
We're live? I hope
We're coming to you live.
Yeah. There we go. All right, we're live.
Is this on the Facebook?
It should be on the Facebook. You guys can see it. Let's see. We're live? Yeah.
Live here on Facebook on the PPRN
PPRN Radio Network. Yeah. And that's such a double, like, what do they call it?
Live.
Yeah, a double. Can you tell me if it's echoing? Hello?
Hello?
It's such a double thing because I always say PPRN Radio Network.
Oh.
It's
like,
already
yeah,
Peter
like
Pan
pin,
Radio
yeah,
Network.
like pin number.
Yeah.
But it works well because of, the four letters, like the call letters. It just works.
Right.
So I got no problem with it.
Sounds good, then?
The PPRN Radio Network. That's fine.
That's Rain Man.
Sounds good?
Yeah, originally there was a lot of, were you scraping something?
Yeah, that's Boo. All right, everybody, we're here, and we are here. Hi, I'm Anne-Marie.
We are here, and
we're
here.
So, yeah, and if I looked, and Jennifer says, yes, you're live, What's up, Eric LaRusso, weekend at PLR, weekend jock, and he's also a car salesman at Loman Blossius in Waterbury. Check him out. Go buy a vehicle from him.
He is that dude.
Dave Walsh is on the radio, too. Yeah. How you doing, Dave? Oh, you're not. Sorry, babe. Good.
So now,
there you go. All right.
In this segment, we're going to be reading some numbers from the phone book. So if everyone can turn to a page.
So let's turn to the A's. Anne-Marie Anastasio. 765-5555.
And no area codes.
No area codes, yeah.
Let's go back to when we didn't need
I got
those.
hoes and area codes.
Well, the song, okay. You can't read off an area code because there was a time when you didn't need to dial it to call the person who lives next door to you.
I never had to, I wonder who the last, operator was. For that job was...
She's still working. They haven't told her yet.
In the movie, she's, connecting you, Klondike 555,
What happened to Jane?
Went to get a sandwich.
Oh.
Oh, I thought that was a euphemism for anything else.
He went to get a sandwich.
Well, when he comes back, it will be.
Like the classic saying, see a man about a dog.
I thought it was a horse. What does dog mean?
Oh, well. Maybe me. I just don't know the line, I guess.
All right. So, we'll wait for Dane to come in. But look at that smile, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that smile?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I had another big crying spell over the break, and now I'm all smiles again.
Yay! Okay.
That is nothing to be celebrated. Trust me, because next break I'll be a mess again. I'm sure.
No.
But you're a hot mess.
Thank you, baby.
Dane's got his sandwich.
I got a sandwich. I'm sorry. I haven't really eaten
Dane
much today.
saw his
I'm
opening and
stupid
he
hungry.
went for it.
Is this from Krauser's?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
1 second.
No,
What
talk
did
with
you
your
get?
mouth full.
Nope.
What did you get?
It
Now on-
pleases me.
From now
Something
on,
with
we
onions.
only talk to Dane right after he takes a mouthful of sandwich.
It's okay. Waiters do it all the time.
Well, they know what they're doing.
Of course.
No, Anne-Marie, I think it's us that was buffering for a second.
Okay.
So let's talk about...
Wait, we have to hear about Dane's sandwich.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I got.
We're hearing it
ham
every fucking show.
ham and cheese.
Let's
with
see if we
mayo.
can guess what it is.
Okay.
Ham, cheese,
Capicola.
mayonnaise, gabagola, Swiss cheese?
No.
And peanut butter.
Peanut
Yeah,
butter.
it's turkey and Swiss. No.
Turkey and Swiss.
No, I got ham and
pink.
cheese with mayo, lettuce, tomato, onion, and banana pepper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's got some
I was
bite to
gonna
it.
say, you said turkey, but that meat looks pink.
No, yeah,
You're
no,
eating
it wasn't
pink
really
turkey. I don't think they cooked it enough.
No, I was referencing one of Street Pete's.
Turkey in
Sweet peas.
Florida is always pink. They barbecue everything.
Oh, like rotisserie.
Their barbecue is disgusting down there. Surprised them guys don't die of salmonella.
It's smoked.
This back a little.
Salmonella's an old porn guy in the 70s.
Oh, is that where the disease got its name?
Yeah, he would fuck girls with chicken skin. They were all white girls, skin, thin skin, chicken skin.
Oh, I'll give you food poisoning.
Oh, yeah.
Food poisoning.
That was the name of his penis, food poisoning.
Salmonella in
Salmonella.
botulism.
Salmonella, the Italian stallion. Botulism.
Hey, yo.
So, we were talking. All right, so I keep buffering. So, what was I going to say? I knew I had something to say.
Were we continuing or were we starting fresh?
No, I had something to bring up that it fucking aggravates me now that I don't know what it is.
It'll come to you.
$45.
It's not hard enough.
Oh, that too. Oh, okay, we'll start with that. People that are unappreciative. So I'm in Boston last week. I'm away from my wife, my family, I'm away, and it's day 2 of 13, 14-hour shifts, and I'm living in a hotel, and what do I think about? I'm on a break. It's either on a break or go gamble. So I can't gamble, so I said, all right. I cut my hand. So I go to the drugstore. I go to buy
That was your
Band-Aids.
alternative?
Yeah. I'm a cutter. So I go to buy things. Yeah, I'm a cutter. I cut boo into my hand so I can think of you while I'm bleeding. So
what?
He gave himself a boo-boo, if you will.
Oh. So I go to the fucking pharmacy. Well, it's a drugstore, pharmacy, whatever.
Apothecary.
To buy, first aid stuff. So in this stand, it's got Band-Aids and toothbrushes and everything for the traveler, right? So in the next shelf over, it says Rock Hard Weekend.
Oh, I like the sound of this already.
So I'm like, all right, Rock Hard Weekend. I can't perform.
And next to that, Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah, Big Girl Summer. What do they call
Sponsored
it?
by.
What do they call it? Hot Girl Summer.
The song Hot Girl Summer.
Hot Girl Summer.
So I might as well make it Lukewarm Fall Peter. So I get these Rock Hard pills, and I bought $45. They're $45. I'm like, oh, she's gonna be happy. I never have a problem being the diving board. I just have a problem lasting long. So I buy these pills, and I come home. I'm like, look, babe. She's like, what? I said, look what I bought. She goes, what'd you buy that for? She goes, no one wants you on top of me for fucking more than 5 minutes. What did you buy that for?
What do you mean,
That's
no
not
one?
exactly
How many
what I
people are
said.
weighing in on this?
Kind of what she said.
No,
She was like-
I said I don't need it to last an hour. That's way too long.
Okay.
She was like, really, babe? All weekend? All weekend? I was good for like 5 minutes on Friday. 5-minute Fridays. Now get that pill.
So she's like,
They had that. It's called Mountain Dew.
Oh.
so she's like, we were talking about it, and then she's like, well, I told her what it cost. She was more mad at what it cost
$45
than what I tried to achieve here.
for 4 supplements.
It's 5 pills. You get the bonus.
No, it's 3 and a bonus.
I said at least I didn't come home with one missing.
What's the bonus?
You buy
The
3
4.
and it gives you the 4th.
The world was gonna leave.
But I didn't come home with one missing. That was still sealed.
I thought there was like a ketamine pill in there or something.
I'm over here. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna last. I'm finally gonna fucking bang, and she's gonna be happy. And no, she's mad at the point that I spent $45.
Yeah, $45, and I never made a complaint.
In your head, you did.
I did not. In your head, I did.
So 2 things here. So Rock Hard Weekend, is it not for the guy who uses it on Tuesday? It seems like an odd marketing there.
When you're at the casino, every day is a weekend.
All right, I got you. And the story you're describing is kind of paying a lot of tribute to that child story about the guy with the magic beans. And he just, you only brought home, you sold
Odd
the cow and
marketing,
brought home magic beans.
When you're at the casino, oh, sorry.
You'll be able to climb this beanstalk for an hour.
And then it says, and here's the bad part about the fucking pills.
Be the giant at the top of the beanstalk.
It says take them 30 minutes prior. Like, all right, so what if I take it 30 minutes prior?
Give your dick prep time.
And then me and her have a fight. Now we're fighting with a boner.
Those are the best kinds of fights.
We're fighting with a boner, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's a Rock Hard
Look what this
Weekend.
wife's doing to me.
So that's kind of a waste of money. Like,
Can't argue with the dick in your mouth. Just saying.
would you be mad if someone came home with pills like that to go longer, boo?
It would depend upon how long we were going to begin with. I mean, if I'm dating a 2-pump chump, then I'd be excited.
That's me.
No, it is not.
It's me.
It is not.
I come quick.
Well, but not
Yes,
that
Dave, a
quick.
sword fight. Yes, that quick. Unless I'm drinking.
When usually you are.
So what was you used the pill?
I didn't use it yet.
Oh, you didn't use it yet.
She don't deserve it.
Gonna save it for your own special time.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Boo, when you coming back over? I'm not gonna use it on her now. Forget it. If she don't want it, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna sell it at a tag sale.
Tax sale.
It was expensive.
It was.
But now I feel like you owe yourself to trying it now, at least one, and then sell the other
I
one.
said we could try them, but I just felt like that was a lot of money for that. $45 for 4
was it?
pills.
What?
How much was it?
$45.
Take one next time you have to drive late at night.
4.
4. One, you would take one at a time. So 4 nights of.
But they're filled with supplements. It's not like it's like some rare drug
Is it like
that
a
you can't.
Viagra or Cialis?
No, it's got like vitamin B and I don't know. Horny
It
goat
wouldn't
weed,
be on the
maybe?
shelves if it wasn't effective.
I felt like
I
that was
read
a
it on
lot
the
of money for what it was.
It's a 5-hour energy for your cock.
Thank you.
On the break, I'd like to see this package. I'd like to read about it.
The rock hard?
Yeah, I've never. I mean, I've seen the off-brand ones, but rock hard weekend sound like that's like the Phillips of sex pills.
Phillips, like the milk of magnesia people.
Yeah, like the Norelco and
it's not always about going longer. It's you have to include foreplay.
They don't make a pill for that.
No,
That's a
that's
half
all
hour.
you.
That's a half-hour prep. It's just take the pill a half
I
hour.
have never been critiqued at trying to better myself.
But you're going about it the wrong way.
No, I am not.
You are.
I'm not. In my head, at the moment, it seemed like a good time.
Cut one up, crush half of it. And
Yeah, I'm going to snort it.
Sprinkle it in somebody's drink when they're not.
like a Spanish fly.
Or a Red Bull. I don't.
You guys should get on the horn with the PLR superiors and tell them that they should call one of their weekend specials a Rock Hard Weekend. A little Van Halen, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Rock Hard Weekend.
Or you can mix it up and call it Hard Rock Weekend and Rock Hard. Just like interchange them. Say Hard Rock.
Disappointed Wife Weekend, I'm going to rename the pills.
Well,
The wife wasn't complaining to begin with, so.
like a rock hard weekend.
This is the moment where you play that it's not hard enough. Soundbite.
It's not hard enough.
A mouthful of turkey.
That was a mouthful of cock, by the way.
How much did you
Damned
pay for
if
that
you do,
sandwich?
damned if you don't. It's like bringing home an Elio's pizza when you live in New
Krauser's
Haven.
is getting exotic.
Right? Right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like bringing home Elio's when you live on Worcester Street.
That's a doormat if you live on
I
Worcester
know. Hey, babe, look what I did for us. Hey, you spent $45 on that? No one wants you on top of me for an hour.
Again, who is this no one? How many people are involved in making these decisions?
Oh, we
The UPS guy,
The Domino's guy.
That dog.
this job takes me away, and I have to leave a watermark when I do perform. So when I'm away for weeks at a time or days at a time,
Can't you just like autograph her leg or something? Pete was here.
yeah, the old
Street
80s.
Pete was here.
The old 80s.
So what's the price difference between Rock Hard Weekend and Cialis or Viagra? Is that's
Well,
the
depends on
real
insurance, I would imagine.
Yeah, you get those things. I don't know. Does insurance pay for that, or you have to go to Mexico and get them on the street?
You're asking the wrong person.
Because I think Ricky can deserve to be mad if we look at the prices and we discover that it's drastically
There's no
different.
price limit on pleasure.
Viagra's very expensive.
Is that their slogan?
I want to go a long time for once in a while. And I get critiqued.
You can't put a
Rebecca
price on
would have said,
pleasure.
great job. Thank you. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you. Thank you.
She talks to him like a math teacher?
She talks to me like a math teacher.
Now try to show your work next time.
How
Rebecca would have put a
some
sticker.
long division?
Rebecca would have put a sticker on my shoulder or something.
You get a gold star.
Yeah. I would have been enrolled in the Scholastic Book Fair.
5 copies of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. They performed.
No, what was that?
Well, it's 4 copies, and you get
Oh,
one free.
you're kidding me.
Bonus.
Highlights, right? Was the magazine?
Oh,
magazine.
Yeah.
Pictures in it.
Ah, yes, the Timber Toes.
Yeah, whatever, Mike. Sorry you're not here tonight. What are you painting, a mausoleum?
Better be good.
We miss you, buddy. But damn, that house must be huge. We're still paying 2 years
Wall
later.
to wall.
We just finally did the stairs 2 years later. We got to do the walls next. Buy a spray gun. Trust me, they work awesome. I don't know. I guess that, whatever. I guess you'll never know how long I can go.
It's not a matter of how long you can go. That's what you're not understanding.
To me, it is.
Not for me, it's not.
Oh, well. I don't have to please you.
Well, then what you buy the pills for?
He did it for himself.
Yeah, I did. Someone's got to give me credit. How do you know it was an endorsement? I'm doing a commercial for PLR.
They're
Rock
sponsored by Rock.
And I got the same reaction. I talked about it this Monday on the air. And Chaz goes, well, maybe there's other things you can do. So you know what he bleeps out? He bleeps out. I'm like, well, what should I do? Toss her salad? And he bleeps it out.
Oh, really?
That's not a swear. Yeah, you know how you got the dump button?
Yeah.
The implication.
He goes, we can't have that. And he hits the dump button.
No.
And he still kept you on, amazingly.
I didn't know that was. I mean,
Toss your salad?
yeah. I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't work for the FCC, but what?
Well, I think certain phrases, even if none of the words are dirty, if they refer to something, they probably have to like you probably couldn't say, but like sit on a face.
But you can say bitch.
Well, it's like when George Carlin does the 7 words you can't say on TV, and he's like, you might be able to say like, oh, Roberto Clemente has 2 balls on him, but you can't say, I think you hurt his balls on that play, Jim. It's that same idea. It's like there's just implications, certain implied things that they'd rather you didn't say on the air, probably.
I don't know. Well, maybe that's what I get for thinking.
I guess so.
Right, Boo?
Well, look, I wouldn't have opened with, why did you buy that? But, I mean...
Thank you. Compassion. Thank you, honey. How about thank you, honey?
Where's the pill? That if you
It's the point, Boo, that I was thinking of her while I was away.
and,
No, it's about the money.
and you were out of service. You couldn't text her.
Actually, no. The casino had no signal in it.
That sounds about right for a casino.
I don't know what they do. They don't know if they do a jammer or what. But
So was there only one type of?
That's all they
Rock Hard
sold.
Weekend? But I mean, like, was it like the?
Yeah, was there like jalapeno?
Right. Yeah. like a flavor.
Jalapeno.
Picante.
Or were they named after like cities, like
Cities.
Yeah, like Seattle something,
Detroit Rock Hard Weekend.
Yeah, right, stuff like that. Like, was there like different types, or was it just this is our pill? Like,
Death in Dubuque.
Back in Black.
Oh,
The Kiss edition.
or like
Detroit Rock City.
Like, was there like Rock Hard Weekend Platinum, or was there like
Rock Hard Weekend Panama.
Thank you. Passion.
Baghdad.
Ambrosia.
Baghdad
The
Black.
Ambrosia Weekend.
Baghdad Black. It's an explosion.
Hey, Melinda.
or was it just the one type?
It was a pill, and it said, "Be a rock star this weekend. Last long and last hard." And I'm like, boom. She's going to be happy.
Put all those Tommy Lee stories to shame.
So I'm walking around like a fucking, like an ironing board at a hotel room. Just, boom. And
he was tripping people in the hallway.
she just got done saying the other day, we need a new ironing board. There you go. What we're talking about, Melinda, is I went this week and I was away, and I bought pills that made me last longer and
Ideally.
and harder. And my wife got mad because of how much I paid for them.
That price being
$45.
Well, I mean, you could have gone to Target and spent $15 on a thing of multivitamins and probably got the same effect.
I know, Ricky's excuse would have been like, you could have took me to a Mexican restaurant for $45, asshole.
No, it would cost more than $45.
That would have made me happy.
on the border.
I don't want your sweaty fat ass on top of me for an hour.
See, those words, they sound like they hurt.
Yeah, if they were said.
I have my own arguments with Ricky. I argue for her.
Yeah, I don't have to say a word. He'll just supply both sides of our
How
argument.
convenient.
Why don't you eat my pussy, asshole? How about that once in a while?
He's like changing places with himself where he's standing. Like,
and that's everybody's.
He puts makeup on one side of his face. He just turns into the mirror.
That's everybody's solution.
What is?
Do other things.
Well,
In the
because
bedroom?
Yes.
a lot of people include foreplay in their. It doesn't have to. You don't have to go down, but I mean, there's other foreplay.
What?
You
Crochet?
could watch an episode of Orange is
Yes,
the New
crochet.
Black.
Do I put Vicks Vapor Rub on each lip? I don't know.
Oh.
Wait, never mind.
And the oyster.
Yeah, that's what I figured you did. But I wasn't sure.
I don't know. Sometimes foreplay at my age is like
Do you have
coloring
costumes?
book.
Do
Who
you have
wants to do that?
costumes?
No, we don't. We can't do that. She would be too embarrassed to do that role playing.
She's got scrubs.
That's my everyday wear.
I know. I'm just because we were talking that last
Yeah.
time.
You should have seen how much energy it took for her to do a Halloween costume last year.
I say let me pretend Pete's a Dalmatian coming into work, and you have to neuter him.
What?
As the dog barks.
And that's supposed to be good? I don't understand.
It was a role-playing example.
Oh, I see.
Pete's the naughty dog that has to get put in the kennel. Unless he can convince her not to.
I feel like we're describing a porn.
Yeah, well. That's so weird.
You
Hit
flip
that
over
dumb
the-
button, Pete. You have a dumb button.
You flip over the back of the VHS, Pete's a dirty dog.
Yeah, Rock hard weekend at the kennel.
Oh, this is a volume 2.
Where do you see the prequel? Soon to be available on the Lemon Party.
I'm glad I could go to my radio family once a week and get some
the dog and pony show.
I didn't even get a good job from Rebecca.
Why was she there?
No, she says it. Just says it. She just says it.
She was the cashier, actually. Your wife is gonna love this.
And that's the part that's more embarrassing than buying condoms. I had to fucking throw peroxide, bandages, pack of gum. I was buying things just to
Can
cover
you imagine what this person thought?
And I had to put it face down.
Bandages, peroxide, rock hard weekend.
That's when you say to her. That's when you say to the cashier. You go, I take these late at night when I'm driving to keep me up. It really gets my attention.
In every sense of the word.
Yeah.
Do these work?
Do you have any testimonials?
That poor cashier, she didn't want to know what was going to go on in the hotel.
She looks down at the pill. She looks back up at you, and you just go, curious.
No, you know what's nice about her? She was foreign, and it's acceptable.
She was what?
Foreign.
Oh, what kind?
She was like,
She had a heavy accent, so-
Spanish fly for you.
No, people in Europe, they don't.
No,
like,
they're much more liberal.
Yeah, we laugh at that shit. We laugh like we still laugh at condoms at 50.
Yeah. Dick balloons.
Fucking idiots.
Bandages, peroxide, and pills. All you're missing is prosciutto.
You make porn? I got sister who want to get in business.
Where is tennis racket?
I know sister want to break through film. You know you pay her $250. She do film with you? No. Yes.
Where is leather boot?
You put on the channel Pornhub? Yes, or you porn? Yes, you porn. Pornhub is like the Cadillac of porn. In the beginning, we do you porn.
I call gypsies.
But at this point, it's already bought. You're not going to return
I'll leave it in the box. I'm not going to do that. It's going to be like that.
No, save it for
that
special
one piece
occasion.
of Halloween candy that you eat in November.
Well, wait a minute. Keep it separate from the candy.
Oh, I know, but
You're going to have a really angry neighbor.
you know that piece of candy that you kept pushing aside in your pillowcase.
We're really
This-
happy.
I thought
And
it
that
was.
was the only thing left over in November. That's when it's going to be.
I thought it was good and plenty, and well,
Bit
took on
of
a whole
honey.
new meaning.
I'd be really
Pete,
curious.
how did you make the sex offenders list?
I'd be really
I
curious to
dropped
see how it
something.
works.
I dropped the wrong thing in that kid's bag. They think I'm Michael Jackson now.
I'd be curious to see how it works.
Well, so we could try it.
I'll have your permission.
Yeah. As a matter of
It
fact.
didn't sound very enthusiastic.
Right, Boo?
Sure.
I could always take it and beat off, I guess.
Because I didn't complain that there was a problem,
For
and he
8
seems to
hours.
feel the need to fix the problem. You should be happy that I didn't have complaints.
What Ricky's really thinking is like, God damn it, duct tape and a fucking popsicle stick was all we needed.
How about using your tongue once in a while, asshole?
I never even said that.
I just said it for you. How about a finger, something?
Like a chicken finger?
Chicken.
Probably have them at Krauser's. Right next to the pink turkey.
Ricky hates that, Dilly. Let's see how it works.
Well, so we could try it.
Why do we keep getting the flashbacks?
I don't know. We have to keep fucking rebooting. Not rebooting it, but refreshing.
Well,
well,
that's too bad.
I know. I tried to give her a rock hard weekend. The first thing I was gonna thank you, Rebecca. The first thing I was gonna do when I got back, but no, I guess not.
You should have walked in the door, like
Right, like hitting things.
yeah, like a half hour before you got home.
Took it.
Send one down. Walk in like the valiant soldier you are.
Look what I found on ZipRecruiter today.
More like unzip recruiter.
Whoop whoop.
You haven't. Come on, that's a bell. That's a bell one right there.
Good call. Thank you.
Think
See,
of it
look,
silent
I'm
tonight.
losing my touch. Yeah.
Maybe you should take a pill.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's ready to teach us fractions.
You're not at the age, I guess. You have
That'd
to
be some
worry
long
about
division.
you kids.
No, although
Like unzip recruiter.
I know, right?
You were ready that time.
Yeah.
Malamars, what?
What are you gonna do? That smirk on your face, like, aha, we're eating, not you.
Makeshift telescope.
Are you not on?
Am I what?
What?
I was asking if you wanted a Malamar.
That doesn't help him. We'll mail it to you.
Boo, do you get your nails done?
Did I get my nails done?
Yeah.
No.
Did you get a French?
Gosh. No.
They're so perfect. Look at them.
Oh, well, that's because this camera sucks. If you actually saw them, you'd be like, have you been climbing the sides of mountains again?
Why climbing mountains?
That was funny.
It was funny. No one's denying it.
Thank you, Kendall.
Dan, you got me. Dane said something earlier too that just really got me the right way. You know,
Appreciate it.
climbing the side of the mountains. There, though, nails. That skews me out. Nails.
That was good though.
Can't even look at my own. I clip my toenails like 6 times a year.
That's
Only
a good number. Yeah.
Because
It freaks him out.
I'm afraid. But if something bad happens,
Do you have to do it for him?
He's afraid he's going to bleed out if he accidentally cuts you
I'm
up.
more worried that a rogue nail is going to go and get my eye, like it clips the wrong way. And
Well, then that's why you clip them more often. Are you saying that you have claws down there?
no.
Yes.
They kind of reach a point where they kind of just stop.
Rebecca says yes.
Well, I wear socks all the time, so she wouldn't know.
Do they have
Poke
holes
out
in
of
them?
his socks.
No,
yes,
they're pretty
his
good.
socks do
There's
it.
more
Okay,
holes in the
really?
heels.
This is an intervention.
You're not made of
right now.
adamantium.
The socks are fine. My feet are fine. Everything's great.
Your hobbit feet that can climb the sides of mountains.
I actually make fun of him when he's not wearing socks. I'm like, I see them.
It's actually, if you look at me without socks on, it's like they're different. The feet don't belong to
Yes,
me.
his
Ew,
socks do it.
There's more
okay.
holes.
So, like, if you're barefoot and you kick a truck tire, does it deflate?
No, it's nothing like that.
Hobbit feet that can climb the sides of mountains.
All the greatest hits are rolling
Yeah,
back 20
yeah,
seconds
really.
later.
I like this.
It's okay. I have hobbit feet too. That's why I always wear socks. But I don't. I do clip my toenails. It's just that I had a really bad case of athlete's foot in college, and it really fucked my feet up. So
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't really do any feet in general. All feet are disgusting. Mine included. No exceptions.
well, clearly yours.
Yeah. I mean, they're all right. They're not going to win any awards, but
Right, feet are gross.
Whose feet are winning awards?
Unless
I
they're
don't know.
baby
This
feet.
is foot models.
Why?
People don't have to sell sandals, don't they?
Oh, why couldn't AJ be listening right now?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so no shrimping for you then, Kendall.
No, I don't think so.
No. Rebecca doesn't go hog wild on your toes and your claws.
No,
No.
no, sir.
No
This
one
is
should be
a.
doing feet things.
We live in a sock household. At all times, feet must be covered.
When you never mind. I can't. Never mind.
Nice to contribute, Pete.
I'm still fucked up with the whole not liking the pill thing.
I didn't say I don't like them.
That's fucked up, man.
We haven't tried them. I can't say I don't like them.
You pretty much did.
No, I just
Get
thought they
it.
were pricey for 4 pills.
You know.
But what if it was the
It's
best?
over $10
You're already
a
her
pill.
rock. That's what she's trying to say. She was just so
please.
mad that you felt you needed to spend that money when you're already a rock. I tried, Ricky. I tried.
It's the blood flow. I don't have enough blood flow like I used to.
Not as vascular of a man.
I used to be 2 hands with something left over. Now I'm barely a hand and a half. It's pretty sad at my age.
Well,
Shrinkage.
Everyone deteriorates. at some level.
The economy isn't as good now.
Yeah.
Neptune is in retrograde.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors, but it could be dietary.
Yeah, dietary.
But you've since changed your diet, right?
No, I went back. Kind of disappointed.
But even still, like I said, there wasn't a complaint. Isn't that a good thing?
I guess.
There was a complaint about frequency not lasting.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
No. No.
There was. I never made a complaint about how long.
So, what else did I want to talk about?
About shrimping with hobbit claws.
No.
Yes.
It was a very hot topic, and I was like, I gotta fucking talk about it, and I forgot. I gotta start writing this shit down.
Did you post about it?
No.
Was it sex related?
No.
T-shirt related?
No.
People working there related?
Mustard.
Buffet line related?
I do hate condiments on my hand.
The buffet line?
At Hot Topic?
No.
Oh.
What?
We're talking about a hot topic. You said the buffet line.
If you wait, so what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
What's about the?
It's so aggravating.
Yeah,
Oh. No.
Oh, I am kind of hungry.
Pissed off.
Gotcha.
See, I thought we were talking Hot Topic, the store. And most
Yeah, that's what I
walls.
thought they meant.
So,
Let's cut our losses and talk about Spencer's instead.
Frat boy humor.
cut our losses. Have you seen the deals?
On
45
mugs that looks like vaginas.
Yes, and $45 for sex pills.
I hate when fucking you do something on Facebook and look at this. Now, how do I talk to people if I can't see it? I can't get rid of this.
What,
You see that?
What UI is this? This is Facebook? Oh, your Facebook Live?
Yeah, look. I can't get rid of this now, so I can't see what people are saying.
I don't.
It's bullshit.
I've never done a watch party. I don't know what it looks like when you do.
Hate it. Hate it.
Yeah, Facebook just gets worse all the time.
It does. It's fucking terrible.
There's no way to get contact customer support. They don't care. What are they going to do? They took over the world, literally.
They
And
actually
now,
did.
and now a break for a word from our sponsor, Facebook.
They took over the world, literally. Oh, that came back really bitter.
Literally.
This is like when you do the 7-second delay, but instead of bleeping it, it just replays.
Yeah.
And you can't even get rid of it now.
That one was live, but it sounded replayed.
It did.
So the comments are completely shielded?
Yeah, they're half fucking missing.
Let's see if I can see them here.
That is funny, though. What Dave just said, it sounded much angrier on the replay than it did live.
Thank you for justifying how much I hate hearing my own voice. I've always hated it, and now that somebody just validated, yes, you should.
You should commit suicide.
You sound awful.
That's not what I'm saying.
This hour is brought to you by Clorox, Dave. Have a glass.
Pull it up.
Clorox and tequila.
Pull it up. Pow it up. People that what was I gonna say? People that I know it was something about people.
You were saying something about
I
ungrateful
deal
people
with
earlier?
ungrateful people. That's wives that don't care. No, I've it's. What was I going to say? Because it was really important.
Does it rhyme with
Damn
Capricorn?
Does
Vulva?
it rhyme?
Vulva?
Does it rhyme with pimento?
Pimento?
Sacramento?
I don't know.
A Democratic thing? I don't know.
What? See, no, we don't talk politics.
No, we're not going to talk politics. What was I going to do? Like people that... It's going to come to me like when you guys are home.
Well, then bring it up next week.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
Maybe if you took some rock hard weekend, you can get up a lot sooner.
There's got to be a brain, like you said, a brain equivalent, something that makes your brain rock hard for an hour.
Speaking of which,
all my good stuff is what I fucking come up with during the ride somewhere. And then I'm like, yeah.
Do you have like voice to text?
I'm going to start doing that.
That's what I have to do when I think of bits when I'm doing
I'm going to start writing it down. I don't care if I got to drive on my knee.
I leave myself I have like a voice recorder on my phone. I pop that and I talk to it for a minute and then just listen to it later.
Hey, voice. No.
Yeah. Kind of. I'll like say to myself like, "This is a song idea," and then I'll like sing it into my phone, like, and I'll like remember that later.
That's what you got to do. You don't know.
Yeah.
The stuff hits you when it hits you.
Exactly.
You might not remember it the same way later.
Yep.
Is it about a video you watched?
What video?
I don't know.
You know, it's funny. I'll do that stuff like when I'm talking.
You got it.
Oh,
you got it.
Nobody said
I
anything.
think.
Go.
All right, so wait.
This better be worth it.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right, so I put a picture. This is not what I was actually thinking about, but this is good too. So I put a picture up of a boat, and I said, "Work really pays off.
I saw that.
Working hard really pays off." You know how many likes I got on that than people thinking that I own that boat?
Didn't you figure they'd think that?
I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm like, watch. And it was a lot of girls that are like, oh. You could tell they were like, oh.
Nice
They're
yachts.
like,
Oh.
you got a rock hard weekend coming?
Yeah. It was a lot of people that didn't like my stuff ever.
Yeah.
Oh.
This could mean something to me. Then.
Yeah. You could tell it was like, oh. And then one person was like, I'm glad you assumed that it was earned from hard work and not from just getting it from your daddy or mommy. I was like, oh. But when people that like on Facebook that follow you and think you're this big asshole, and then all of a sudden something like big like that comes on, all of a sudden they're like, oh. There's two O's. There's the O. Then there's the O. You know, the moist O. Like, oh.
Moist O. That's a shitty cereal.
The moist O. The O. Oh, hi. I was waiting for the private messages. Like, oh, hey. I know we haven't talked in a while. Yeah, we've never talked. We're only friends because of another friend of another friend. I think we were friends on MySpace.
I had something similar.
Didn't we go to a party on your boat one time?
Yeah.
A friend of mine
'cause
passed
we
away
should.
about 6 years ago, and a friend of his who I kind of, I knew only through him, reached out to me recently. I hadn't talked to him I ran into him in public a couple of years ago, and I just get a random message from him saying, "Do you know anyone that works at the comedy club in Bridgeport?" I said, "I know one or two people." Why? Like, well, we have tickets to the show there tonight. Could you make sure we get a good seat?
Yeah.
I barely know you.
Right.
I don't work there.
Right.
What is this?
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. Like, people just, how they're your friend when you don't need them to be. Let's get back to the pill thing, though.
I thought we exhausted that.
Well, I mean,
Struck a raw nerve in this pill thing here.
Well, what do you got?
You got to come up with a
on your
plan
mind?
to have a special weekend with one of the pills.
what special weekend?
Oh,
You make it special.
Our anniversary's next week.
That's great.
That's the special weekend.
There's one Arbor Day.
Arbor Day.
Rock hard like the mighty redwoods.
I'll drill her like an arbor in a pond.
National Chorizo Day.
That's right around the corner, too.
Want to go ice fishing, babe? I got the arbor.
I brought out the Japanese maple just for you.
Is your ice thick? I can arbor through.
I mean, I feel like you buy Rock Hard Weekend, and it's like that hidden poker card that like
Arbor
you
Day.
use for shit,
I mean, there's a lot of great things to celebrate. You know?
Pleated slacks day.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Can we stop with the national days?
Ugh,
Today is
frickin'
National
day.
Cheeseburger Day. Or was that yesterday?
Why does that have to be?
Why does it have to be a day?
Why didn't
It's just
Why
a
does
day.
it matter?
Go ahead, bro.
at lunchtime?
That's just a day for people that eat fat food.
Well, yeah.
In other words, a day of the week.
A lot of it is food.
Tomorrow
Oh.
is National Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Oh yeah, because that's what I want to do.
Arr.
I want to find the person that made this a thing, and
Why does everything have to be a day?
It's fun.
yeah.
Not fun.
Why isn't it National
How
Talk?
about National Your Husband Brought Home Pills Day?
There might be one of those.
What about National Talk Like a Pirate Month?
Yeah.
Why limit it to 24 hours if you're going to inflict this nonsense on
You
the
notice
world?
how they don't ever have National Boost Your Credit Score Day or National Pay Your Mortgage Day or National Pay Your Phone Bill Day or
Nothing practical.
nothing practical, right?
Because then it wouldn't be fun.
National Punch an Annoying Person Without Consequences Day.
Day. How about I'm going to make a day. National Don't Stand in Front of the Coffee Counter Making Your Cup of Coffee Day.
Oh, at Cumberland Farms?
That's way too long.
I would like it if they had National Purge Day.
Can you
I'd
beat
be okay
somebody?
with all of that.
Be careful what you wish for.
What do you mean? What
Can-
does that mean? Like,
Can you beat somebody in the head when they're standing in front of the whole counter?
Oh, how about just an air horn? That way there's no physical contact.
Yeah, we need one of those Jamaican.
Or those vuvuzelas that got popular at the World Cup a bunch of
Oh
years
yeah, I'll even take the plastic fucking.
Yeah, that.
All right, wrap it up.
Hey, it's National Wiffle Bat Day.
I got the megaphone. You poured your coffee. Move to the side. No, they got to do the swirl, then they got to melt the sugar. Ricky, forget it. Ricky moves to the side though, but I'll say that.
I always
but
move
her
to the
coffee is a fucking.
It's a project.
It's a trip to
You
the.
have to stand there and ferment the almond milk.
Oh, she
slowly.
I have it
she
down.
melts the sugar, swirls it.
I melt the sugar if I have iced coffee, yes. But I am very aware of my surroundings, and I always move out of the way for people.
There should be they have the coffee station with the creamers and the sugar, and on the other side is the condiment station for like the hot dogs and stuff.
That's Cumbies.
Nobody's ever at the mustard and
I
relish
do
side.
that. I take my stuff and
There
I
should
go
be-
over there and finish my coffee.
The
out
mustard
of the way.
side should be half an additional display of creamers and sugars and lids and straws, because there's always somebody on the coffee side, and I don't ever see anyone on the hot dog side.
I'm on the hot dog side.
All right, I'm sure
I
they
go on
get
the hot
people
dog side,
somewhere,
too.
but like every time I'm in there,
I take my shit outside. I do it. I'm like at my car.
And I know this is a cliche, but the fucking lottery people, y'all need to come out after fucking
there
9
needs to be a
o'clock.
separate line.
Yeah, you need to do between 10 and 2 when people aren't going to work or coming home from work. Because you people are obviously home doing nothing. What?
but what about lunchtime? People, the lunch.
No, because you
the lunch.
yeah, you don't want the lunch crowd to be busy. But these people obviously have nothing to do. If you're buying $40 worth of tickets a day, there's something wrong.
Can I get one silver trunk? And can I get 2 treasure bangers? And
Why is gambling at a casino better than buying?
Because
a
you're
lottery?
sitting at a seat, not bothering nobody. You're not holding up a cash register.
Yeah, because these people that buy the lotto, they buy multiple.
Oh, I don't
tickets.
care if you
And
gamble.
they
I
just-
wasn't making fun
they
of the
hold up the
gambling.
line.
Yes,
That's all.
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't making fun of the
Well,
gambling.
But okay, so then where are they supposed to buy their lottery tickets? That isn't
any store that I'm not at.
No, boo, it's not
The
that
DMV.
they shouldn't be able to buy it. They're buying it at the wrong times because they have to hurry up and get home because fucking what's America's ABC show's coming on,
America's Got-
or Kelly with fucking Ryan is coming
Oh,
on.
America's Got Hemorrhoids is on.
American, what is the ABC show in the morning?
Good Morning America.
Good Morning America.
Should be Good Riddance America.
I know.
Well, just for that, because I can't stand those two.
7 o'clock, they got to get up and they got to go
Oh,
get
the-
their tickets, and that's when we're trying to go to work.
I meant Kelly and
Oh, by the way, that is live
Ryan.
with Kelly and
Yeah,
Ryan,
that's
not
what I meant. I
Good Morning
couldn't
America.
stand. I haven't seen Good Morning America in a long time.
It's got Strahan in it now.
Yeah.
Strahan has his new show, Michael, Sarah, and Kiki.
So he's on
And
that.
it's the third hour.
So he does those and Pyramid.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yes.
I didn't
Which
realize that.
again, I mean, I'm a lottery player every now and again. I have to say.
How many tickets do you buy?
On a good day, I'll buy $20 worth.
Jesus, you're one of those. Give me 3, 2, 1.
but-
Give me 3, 2, 1 straight. 3, 2, 1 backup. 3, 2, 1 box. 3, 2, 1 up straight.
I let the computer pick for me.
Oh,
I'm
well,
like,
that's
here's
an
20
easy
bucks
one,
I
then.
need.
Yeah, I do like 2 quick picks and I'm out.
Did you give me 654 backed up? Because I want a $3 backup on a 654, and I want a box.
I don't trust myself to get the right number, so I'm like, well, if it's random, it's random. Let the computer. pick
Now
one.
we have Keno, so these motherfuckers can buy a ticket every 5 minutes.
And you can play that at like Dunkin' Donuts. Or Keno is everywhere.
I know. Now they're going back and forth with Keno because you can buy a ticket every 5 minutes.
Can I get 5 Keno
And why don't
tickets
you
and a
just
bucket of extra crispy?
Then why don't you just go to 7-Eleven? 7-Eleven doesn't sell lottery tickets.
Yes, they do.
Well, here they do.
Oh, okay. Well,
Also, but your cops wear tight pants, ours don't. Just say.
It's a regional
yes,
thing.
those are related.
Yeah. We watch on live PD, trust. All right, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back.
More than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good, no, perfect words that make your writing sharp, or explicit, or excellent, or distinctive. As a matter of fact, for what it's worth, Grammarly can, yeah, that's long. We can get rid of that, and this, good, and this, or how about this? Yep. Grammarly helps you be concise. If your tone might make someone feel like this, Grammarly can remind you. It would help if you soften your tone. And if you need the support, Grammarly encourages you to write confidently. Because the better we all communicate, the better we connect. Grammarly, helping you connect. Go to Grammarly.com and download today.
Wait a minute.
YouTube TV. Watch like a fan.
With Stadia, you can break out of one screen and game on the screens you choose. Play on TV, computer, or the latest Pixel phone. Pause on one, jump back in on another. Play your way. Pre-order the Stadia Founders Edition at Stadia.com.
Cleveland. Remember me from the Family Guy? Remember that?
Were you just yelling at somebody?
I was crying.
Okay. On the phone?
No. Oh, okay. I was just screaming and crying and yelling at the universe and being angry and crying at the same time.
Well, that's one way to do it.
What are you doing?
Wait, you're trying to make it smile. We were like the fucking white people looking at the ambulance across the street, listening to you scream. Like, what is he doing?
Oh,
we could hear you.
I didn't know that you guys could hear it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
That was.
It's okay.
We just weren't sure.
It wasn't on air. Just making sure you're okay.
Oh, well, that's a relief that it wasn't on air. That would have been
only
embarrassing.
200 people on Facebook heard it.
Well, that's nice.
No kidding. We were off the air.
Good.
Kind of.
Caribbean Queen rolls on.
You sure that's what it's called?
This is the extended version.
Yeah. Every song you played tonight has been like a remix or an extended mix.
Yeah. I'm a DJ. Everything's extended. Except for my love life.
How did I see that coming?
That's what the Rock Hard Weekend is for.
Rock Hard Weekend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The only train I want to be on is the caboose.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Shred on a stiff neck.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Slacks Restaurant in Plain Ridge Casino. There's a restaurant called Slacks.
With an X?
Slacks.
It does sound like a strip club.
Huh?
Why is it called Slacks?
I don't know. They thought it was.
Didn't I say something about slacks a couple of weeks ago? We were talking about pants, and I called them slacks. And you guys were all
Me
giving
and
me shit.
Kendall always make fun of the word slacks.
Love slacks. Nothing like a freshly hemmed pair of slacks.
Sure, mom used to use that term a lot.
A little bit of pleat.
Hey, it's more modern than trousers.
Slacks. Every time I iron my slacks, I get the double pleat. That embarrassing double pleat.
Yeah, well.
Giving you a little more credit than you deserve.
Yeah. You can't never get rid of that double pleat either.
Yeah.
Personally,
It's like
I
a rock hard weekend.
all it is a supplement, though. I mean, like Ricky said, it wasn't like it was a,
the real deal.
The active ingredient in Viagra or Cialis. It was just, a whole bunch of supplements.
Really,
the active ingredient, and this is vitamin Q in quotes.
I don't have a
They don't
problem
explain.
getting
Vitamin
the bugle
D.
there.
No, that exists.
I know, but
I have a problem playing the whole song.
We sell sildenafil at work. It's actually pretty expensive.
Dog Viagra.
you sell Phil Donahue? What?
Sildenafil. Sildenafil.
They sell dog Viagra.
It's, it's people Viagra.
Is it like so? It's like for breeding?
It's used for blood pressure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
A
it
likely
is.
story.
It's the active ingredient.
It's for dog
in
fighting.
Viagra and Cialis.
Yeah.
The active ingredient is catnip.
Back in my day, we used to spray WD-40 on the motherfucker.
Larry Jeter.
You saw that little red thing? We squirted that motherfucker. Right out. Larry Jeter. It's like watching a NASCAR race. You want to get to the side, you got to put a little bit of mayonnaise on the bumper.
Larry Jeter never need no
Larry Jeter never figured it out.
With a damn oil pan leaking again.
I had a guy I went to court. No one, I don't think anybody heard that one, but his name was Larry Jeter, and he got pulled over for. Do I still have it?
You might. That never got played?
Yeah, it got played.
Oh, I thought, yeah. That was a good one. It was very, it was basic. It was right to the point.
Got my car fixed, then my damn oil pay. Where is it?
I didn't get arrested.
Oh, here it is. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Hi, what's your name? My name is Larry Jeter.
What's up, Larry? Why are you at court today?
I got a traffic ticket. Misuse of plates.
You all right?
I remember this one.
Yeah, I'm all right with it.
All right, what happened?
Well, I'm driving down the highway, getting ready to go to work, trying to get to work, and the officer pulls up behind me, pulls me over, asks me why I'm misusing plates. I said, because I'm trying to get to work so I can't get real plates.
All right, so you got some old plates just to go to work to make money to get real plates.
To get real plates,
Okay,
right.
all right.
Trying to do the right thing, but, I still got to pay for it. But he was a nice officer, and basically that's it. That's why I'm down in Waterbury.
First time being arrested?
I'm not arrested.
What is the charge?
I'm not arrested. I just got a ticket here. He gave me a PTA. He was pretty fair. He was pretty fair state trooper. We need more like that.
He didn't take you away that night?
No, he just gave me a ticket. Took my car.
So now you got to get plates and a car.
Well, I got my car back.
Okay.
Got my car back. Got towed, but got it back.
Okay.
But other than that, now the car got a broken oil pan. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
No, you can say that.
All right, y'all.
What's your name again?
Larry
All right, y'all. Goddamn Jippy Lou.
Last time I go to that.
Got my car right. Now the oil pan broke. Goddamn Jippy Lou.
I brought the coupon and all.
Goddamn Jippy Lou. Larry Jeter. Motherfucking Larry Jeter.
That's one of my favorites.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Larry Jeter.
He says it with such pride. You haven't heard of Larry Jeter?
Yeah.
Oh, who you at? Who you with? Larry Jeter. I like that part. Yeah, it's always something with the man, you know. Got my car fixed, got my plates, then the goddamn oil pan because the damn motherfuckers at Jippy Lou. Just put the bolt in wrong.
Sorry ass.
Hit me a curb running away from the cops. Hit me a curb was so goddamn high. Running away because I didn't have plates on my car. Now the oil pan broke.
Right
Fucking Jippy Lou.
Right on 2 donuts right now.
Had to go to court, right? Left my slacks on the radiator to dry. Woke up and there was 2 brown spots on my pants. Now I got no car, no oil pan, and no slacks.
I didn't get arrested. Keep my name out your mouth.
Goddamn Jippy Lou. Kendall heard the word. There's so many innuendos for that. And everything ended with Jippy Lou.
Yeah, that was our entire ride back to Milford.
Jippy Lou. I can't give that job up. It's so funny.
Just saying, man.
Jippy Lou. And then the other girl that caught me a charge.
Yeah, like she's just in the violence for the sake of violence. Caught a charge. They try to run up on me.
Oh, shit. Oh, my neck hurts from laughing. How does that happen? Is there something connected to the laugh bone or something?
Where's the laugh bone?
The thing you banged when you were 18.
Better find out before you put in that rock hard weekend.
The thing you banged in your arm felt like it was on fire, Dave. Remember?
Funny bone.
They used to tell you it was the funny bone.
Yeah.
Man, nothing funny about it though.
No. Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Your arm, your forearm.
Did you ever do it on a conveyor belt at Stop and Shop?
No.
Oh, it works the worst.
Yes, in fact, I have.
At Stop and Shop at a grocery store, right?
Yes, because it's that specific.
Now you got to be careful not to do it to Marty, the creepy robot that just wanders around and beeps every 3 seconds.
Well, you don't want to do it at Stop and Shop, the porno store, because that's.
Where's your porno store?
I'm kidding. Never mind. It was a bad attempt at a joke.
You know, you fuck Marty up, you get 3 rolls of paper towels.
Oh.
And you put one in back, one on the side, and one in front of him.
What, he explodes?
No, he stays.
He stays.
He stays. He can't go nowhere because he's blocked in.
I don't even want to go to the store anymore because of those things.
I like Marty. He's cool.
Who's Marty? What is it?
The robot.
The 6-foot robot that just wanders around Stop and Shop?
What?
Yes.
When did this happen?
Recently. Go.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't been to Stop and Shop in like a year and a
Wes
half.
Haven's got one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he walks around looking for spills and hazards, and he finds them.
He's like a, what are those things, a Roomba?
He's a robot.
He's a Roomba's giant uncle.
Yeah, I was going to say like a giant grocery store Roomba.
I kind of wish he had said like encouraging phrases though. You know, like while he's doing his thing, like you know, keep your head up. Yeah. Eggs are on sale.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Don't eat the lettuce. It's Salmonella Week. No, I'm sorry. It's National Salmonella Day.
Or like he says things like, clean up on aisle 7. Oh, that's for me. Like goes into the aisle.
I see you just walk by the grapes at $1.99 a pound.
With your Stop and Shop card.
You can scan and win.
Would you like discount Spanish olives and Jesus candles? They're next to each other on the shelf for no reason. We're ever going to tell anybody.
Oh, the aisle, yes. With the
It's the weirdest aisle. They have like British biscuits.
This is the aisle that nobody buys.
Oh, let's go. Where can I get flan? Well, it's obviously that aisle.
Next to the jumbo box of candle or matches for your barbecue grill. This is matches, a Jesus candle, and olives, like he said.
I need a 750 count of matches.
Japanese noodles here, anchovies here. What are you supposed to make when you buy stuff in this aisle? The weirdest lasagna ever.
The best part is the Jesus candles. Why are they even in the store?
And there's so many different ones.
I know. And they're all glass. Something you would put $1 in a box for because your grandmother died or something. The Jesus candles. With the ribbon candy.
Is Marty even allowed to clean those up if they fall down and crash on the ground?
That's Ricky's favorite aisle, by the way.
We need to get a priest in here to exercise this mess before Marty can do anything.
You just hit a soft spot on Ricky's. That's her favorite aisle.
Oh, it's not my favorite aisle.
That's where you go every time we go. What's on sale this week?
It's at the end of the frozen food aisle.
Bratwurst jerky is on sale.
Johnsonville, you did it again.
He's trying to tell the Jesus candles. Next to the 80-pound bags of Goya rice. It's on the bottom shelf, right?
It's on a pallet.
That's not racial profile, right? Jesus candles and rice at the bottom.
And every kind of bean in a can you
Yes.
can grow in the Western Hemisphere.
Yep.
I like the Goya sodas, like,
yes.
The green one that is made of like cactus.
Yeah.
What is it?
Aloe and tamarind.
It all sounds refreshing.
If you have a cut on your esophagus, it gets healed as you drink this.
Version 2 of Rock Hard Weekend from Goya.
With Jesus candles for when you need holy frijoles.
I can't believe it's true though. Jesus candles are there. It's just ridiculous. That aisle's ridiculous. Like, who needs a 30-pound bag of Tostitos?
Well, like they have them on the shelf. Like people are just going through these candles. Like, honey, we got to get another. It's like,
they're trying to be Sam's Club. Yeah, like, babe, let's go down this aisle. Actually, you know what? That's a good survival aisle, right? You got candles and bulk stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's for when the propane in your grill goes out at the last minute. You got those grill matches and a bunch of Jesus candles. You just line the bottom of the grill with those.
He's sitting there in the aisle of the shopping cart. Honey, how's the living room Jesus candle doing?
Yeah.
The bathroom one is doing fine.
Did you put a candle on the list? Yes. Spare room Jesus is almost at the bottom.
Spare room Jesus. Didn't they used to open for Pearl Jam?
Yeah. Incubus.
Hey.
Ricky's like, hey, those are my favorite candles.
Oh.
I don't even know what their scent is. I don't think they have a scent listed.
It's like it's
they smell like heaven.
Candle smell.
It's like a clean vagina. There's no smell.
No, they smell like guilt.
They do. The only smell you get is when the match stops burning. That's the only smell you get from those candles.
I love that.
It's like walking into a church hallway.
It's crisp.
Yeah. Jesus candles. Oh.
It smells like altar boys in here. What the hell's
Oh,
going
wait
on?
a minute. Slow down.
Oh,
Slow down.
Easy there, Weinstein.
Hey! Talk about a rock hard weekend.
I was going to say Tuskegee, but that's not the name of the coach. What was the name of the coach that?
Oh, you're talking about the Penn State?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Who's going to come up with it first?
Oh, wait.
Sandusky.
Yeah.
Sandusky.
Yes.
I always call him
Becky for
Tuskegee.
the
It's the
win.
first thing
I was
she
like-
said all this hour.
No, I was like, Ohio.
I'm like, every time I say that joke, black people get mad at me. I'm like, why? Because you're saying Tuskegee. That's Sandusky. Tuskegee was an experiment, you asshole.
Sandusky.
Sandusky.
Oh, coach.
What's the name of the bridge in your town? It's called the Tuskegee Sandusky experiment.
It literally leads nowhere.
Did you need that laugh tonight, Boo? Did you need it?
I needed a good laugh tonight.
Right.
Thank you.
You want a picture of my penis? I'll send it to you.
Hasn't he seen it already?
No.
No?
Take a picture
think
of
so.
it with one of the rock hard pills like right next to it.
Are you saving?
Like,
No, save it.
preparation day.
Save it for National Bromance Day.
Okay. I can paint the head of it like Gene Simmons.
They call. They should make like a cream preparation D.
If I put the pill next to it, you're not going to know which one is the pill. I'm very, very in awe of your nails, though. Look at them.
There is nothing going on with my nails except
Look how
for
white they
Scaling
are,
mountains.
Except for scaling mountains, exactly.
It's like a fake hand he holds up.
Right?
So you're
It's like no racial profiling going on with your hand. Like where white and brown can get together and
Black people
like
have
a white and brown cookie.
Like must be that pure Oklahoma air.
I've noticed this. Why do black people have it's like a longer area where your fingernail is? I'm not.
What are you talking about?
Like, I look at my fingertips and like my fingernail isn't that long. Like you guys have.
There's
like,
not a
longer...
human being with fingertips that long.
No, you know what I'm saying? I've noticed that with like a lot of like. I'm not. I don't mean to sound like I'm just saying like a lot of black people I know. It's like they have like the area that their fingernail occupies on their finger is like longer than it is on like white people.
We have a cuticle expert on the line. Who's going to talk to us?
I'm just saying.
That's the equivalent of Dane going, "Why is the other side of your hand white, boo?"
While we're on the topic, why is it that black people are all made of sorcery and cream cheese?
Yeah.
This is such a weird.
I know it's a weird. I'm sorry. We need to do some weird.
Because it was going racial, but he had to backpedal.
No, I don't even understand. The blacks have longer fingernails than white people do.
Not like the like the air, like not the nail itself, but like the area of your fingertip that the nail occupies.
Your cuticular profile.
Yeah, it's like longer.
My nail bed is what you're saying.
Thank you. That's what it is. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know why my nail bed is gargantuan.
The area where you pick that rock hard booger out of your nose.
Know why?
The booger shovel.
What?
The booger shovel. See how little ours are?
Yeah.
Yours are like double.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, your head is rebalancing itself since you lost all that wax, so it affects the nose.
Yeah. my equilibrium's up.
He's having trouble treading water.
I'm not going to be able to pull up my slacks.
Imagine if you had used a Jesus candle.
In 47 years, I've never heard that black people's nail beds are longer than white people's.
It's something I noticed. Just an observation.
We don't get to hang around people like you very often.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I grew up in Milford.
Your kind is not in my neighborhood.
Yeah, we're not used to lengthy, elegant fingers and stuff.
And why y'all got thumbs?
Never seen thumbs on a black guy before.
I've never seen it.
I'm not used to this evolution stuff.
Y'all don't got tails no more?
Not have thumbs at all.
I know white people got thumbs so they could tie knots around the ropes.
Yeah, we do all have boats. It's what we get from hard work. And the ropes tie the boats to the dots. Those are the ropes we tie.
All right, coming up this Friday, catch me and Kendall at the Amistad. We're doing a booze cruise.
That never gets old. I don't know why.
For YBC, Swans adult party on the Amistad.
You said it so genuinely that for a second I thought you were serious. And then I realized you said Amistad. I was like, oh wait, no.
You weren't on the story. I don't think he knows.
Oh, he's never heard it. It comes up a lot still.
Never gets old, Dave's right. Bob said there was booze cruises on the Amistad.
I do remember that. Yes.
Okay.
I do remember hearing about that.
Yeah, he wouldn't let it go.
They have booze cruises all the time here in London. They go to London. Yeah. They have drink specials too.
You do that so good.
They have drink specials.
Fuck you, Bo! I can't throw my headphones and break stuff.
So good.
I got CRS.
Here's a coonery cocktail.
Can't remember shit.
Here's a coonery cocktail made from chicken oil and watermelon grease. We call it the coon cocktail.
With a splash of orange soda.
Goya orange soda.
Instead of candles, they got Crisco cans with bacon bits in it in every table. And a wick.
That is a good smelling candle.
Yeah.
It is.
Damn.
My mother used to recycle Crisco. She used to have the Crisco, and it was always on the windowsill. So she would fry with Crisco. She was. I can't make fun of her because she was raising 4 boys and $100 a week. But she would take the Crisco, put it in the pan, fry bacon and eggs with it, wait for it to. No, she wouldn't wait for it. She would still let it liquefy, and she pour it back in the Crisco can on the windowsill.
Oh man!
And you would see bacon bits inside of the Crisco can. Mom, you don't need Crisco for bacon. What?
Why don't you talk about your other 2 brothers?
I'm talking to my brother Tony. Where'd that come from?
No, because you're always talking about your older brother that passed, but you never mention the other people in your family.
Oh, because there's no. I said my mother, not my brother.
Somebody
My
doing
mother
bubble
used-
wrap.
No,
yeah.
I was stirring.
No, my mother used to cook with Crisco. Like back in the 70s, that's when people cooked with Crisco. Everybody cooked with Crisco.
Okay, I thought you said 4 brothers.
No. My mother cooked with Crisco.
No, he wasn't talking about a car wash.
Yeah, 4 brothers. Oh, yeah. They haven't built that yet. It looks like they're starting to do demolition.
In West Haven?
Mm-hmm.
It was under a different name recently.
It's So on all the buildings it says UI demo, so they must be getting ready to demo the buildings.
The Alan Parsons project.
I don't know, but they were supposed to have a meeting in August, and the developer didn't show up.
But there's still 4 brothers in Derby. The one that was that in West Haven is a different name. Is only that one
I thought Four Brothers is the one that burnt down.
burnt down? How does a car wash burn down?
That's a good question.
Same way you burn spaghetti.
The one right across from the new mall. The car wash there by the new mall. That was Four Brothers, I think.
New mall.
Where the new mall's going?
Oh, the
Right next to, what's that restaurant bit? Lorenzo's.
Sandbar? Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Sandbar too. Lorenzo's. There's a building. There was a fire there
I don't
recently.
think there was ever a Four Brothers there. Maybe it was a different car wash.
Maybe.
It was Blue Ribbon or something.
Maybe it was Seven Sisters. I don't know.
Slack. Pleated slacks. All right. Let's see. Let's do some plugs here.
Hair plugs?
I've got a busy weekend. Catch me. Hang on.
This side of the table could certainly use them.
Catch me Friday in
Milford.
Where's that? Behind the library?
Behind the library, yep.
What's that for?
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. Yeah. And catch me Saturday at the Yale football. Kick off the Yale football tailgate parties. Come over. Everything but booze this year.
Why isn't he going to be there?
Hey.
Who?
You said everything
everything but booze.
Oh.
We used to. The cello used to give us cases of beer for the tailgate parties, but somebody got ran over by a truck last year or so. And then
college football. Here, have some beer.
Yeah, that's what happened. Somebody got ran over by a
something
truck.
like
Ouch.
And then Sunday I'll be at the Guilford Fair. Right?
No, Seymour Pumpkin Festival.
Seymour Pumpkin Festival. Same
Is it
thing.
different?
Wait, what is the Seymour Pumpkin Festival?
It's exactly how it
From the
sounds.
Seymour Butts Festival.
The town called Seymour, and it's a pumpkin festival.
And so you're going to be walking around in fucking pumpkins?
No, it's
hopefully
after hours.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen produce porn?
No.
Let's just say we haven't.
Where are you going to be this weekend anywhere?
Well, it just that pumpkins, are featured heavily in produce porn.
That's a big hole. Where are you at?
Norwalk Boat Show on Saturday and Connecticut Better Home Show on Sunday.
Dave?
Elbow Room in West Hartford this Saturday. Next Thursday, Tamboo Nightclub in Brockton, Massachusetts. Next Friday, Black Pond Brewery in Danielson, Connecticut. And next Saturday, Randall's.
Whoa.
Hey, my stuff.
You're busy.
You've heard of that.
I've heard of
You're
Randall's.
busy. Dane? The 34s?
Yeah, the 34s. Tomorrow night we'll be at our open mic at Randall's in West Haven. And then
I'm Cleveland Brown.
That's right.
That fit.
Yeah. And then we might potentially have a show coming up with a couple other bands. More on that probably next week when I have a few more details.
Oh, I thought you were
might be at Z's.
I thought you were saying the name of one of the bands. More on that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
California.
Rebecca will be at school
all week.
Ricky She works at Central Vet Hospital in North Haven. Go check her out. And Boo, to travelingtarot.com. If you need to know what's going to happen with your life and you don't want to wait, call Boo.
And also now on YouTube. Subscribe, people.
That's right. I do have a YouTube channel called The Traveling Tarot. Please check it out and subscribe.
What do you have on there? Is it clips of you doing readings for people?
Mostly produce porn.
It is. Yes, it's produce porn.
He's doing a John Edward. He's like, feeling people's ghosts in the crowd. It's like, I feel over here. There's somebody with a Peter.
I fuck a lot of cantaloupe on my channel.
Whoa!
He's got a shirt that says "I fuck on the first date."
Like date the fruit. That's produce.
I do daily readings. I do daily readings. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not for anyone in particular. We call it the collective. So it's a general reading for whoever stops by the channel. And the way I do my readings, I hope that people can glean something good and positive for themselves, regardless of their current circumstance. So there you go. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It does.
All right, and it's that time of the. Thank you for tuning in and catching us. We'll be live again next week. Thanks for waiting 2 weeks.
Yes, and thank you for coming back.
Yes,
I will not be on next week. I won't be on for the next 2, possibly 3 Wednesdays, because I am in rehearsals for A Raisin in the Sun. So
break a leg.
Very nice.
If you are in the Oklahoma City area and you'd like to come and see a good play in October, go to jewelboxtheater.org and get your tickets there for A Raisin in the Sun. So I won't be on for the next 2, possibly 3 weeks. So I'll miss you guys.
We'll miss you too, bro.
Is it ambrosia season already?
It is.
No, we cut it short. We don't give him his moment anymore. We give him the whole.
He does while during the what you've learned. We now play it in the background.
Dane, what'd you learn?
Yeah. Wow. This week I learned that Rock Hard Weekend pills are not in fact the same thing as Viagra. They are just vitamins. It's like that episode of Seinfeld with the mango. He's the mango, and he's like, I gotta go.
I should have took one before.
Yeah.
Before the show?
Just a vitamin infusion that
the next
gets you
break,
all
I should have took one.
hot and ready to rock.
Yeah.
Cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
Something to talk about next week.
I learned that that Boo needs to stay positive and just keep it slow and just enjoy the ride, my friend. Enjoy the ride. Take the good with the good and the bad with the bad, and don't let it get you down. Just stay the course, man. Be steady. Same that goes for you too, Peter. I learned that you need to you got a good thing going on the radio right now. Get yourself something else to do to keep your house above your head, but don't let it ruin the things that you've got going for you in your dream. You're closer than any of us to actually achieving the thing that you want. And I envy you.
I thought that. Thank you, and I thought that was the case when I brought the pills on.
Ah!
I have 2 dreams. One I'll never get to. Radio is not the one I'm talking about.
You got the dream. She's a beautiful wife you got here who loves you, supports you.
Oh, yeah.
She's the biggest part of you.
She doesn't judge you for how quick you are. She just judges you for how often you do.
Hey, what'd you learn?
I could tell he was reaching at the end there. I learned so much tonight. It's hard to recall all of it. I learned there's apparently a restaurant you can only get into if you're wearing slacks.
Yeah.
I learned that you have like 17 job offers in front of you, and like all of them are perfect except for one different thing, and it's just like an odd situation. That
everyone has a different
ending. I know you'll make the right decision though. And I learned that Kendall can trim hedges using only his feet.
This is correct.
When did I learn that?
I don't really cut my toenails.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because they're weapons.
Okay. That's it?
Not really, but it was such a whirlwind tonight.
Well, we have 20 minutes, so.
I think that's it. All I can think of for the moment.
Kendall.
Oh, man, we covered a lot. Most recently, I learned about produce porn, which very, very intriguing. I mean, basically, the options are endless.
We learned about Steven's pee-pee.
Yeah.
Right, I just called him Steven. Hang on. Boo's pee-pee.
Yeah.
Can he even hear us right now?
Boo, can you hear us?
Huh?
Can you hear us?
Not really.
Is it because of the music?
Yeah.
Hang on. Good.
Oh, I learned about produce porn just now, thanks to Boo. That is a very intriguing concept. I don't think I'll participate, but some literature can be read, I guess, on the subject.
Sure, I would assume so.
That gives a whole new meaning to Peter Pumpkin Eater.
I'm a big Gourd fan myself. I'm trying to think. Larry Jeter lives on.
Yeah.
He's still
I
the
love
greatest.
the Larry Jeter.
Greatest of all time. Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Well, Prophecy was the best of all
Prophecy
time.
was
Prophecy
the best.
with a Q.
But, Larry Jeter, for being what he is and staying true to himself...
They were all good bits.
They were. Hey, let's not talking past tense. They are good bits.
Yeah. They need to do a best of. You could do a best of. I mean, it would last for like months.
Yeah. That's all I got right now.
Anything, Rebecca?
I learned that everybody's very funny.
Just learned that now?
Well, no, but like tonight was an exceptionally funny show.
Okay.
She's coming down from the high from the French bread pizza. So.
No, from all the Malabars.
If you're getting high off French bread pizza, you bought it at the wrong place.
Listen, you don't know Stovers.
They were on
Don't judge
sale.
me. Don't
He
judge
went
me.
shopping by himself. They were on sale.
Oh my God! Like she treats me like I'm an idiot.
No.
Like I can do things.
I love
just thought it was
Stouffer's
so
French bread
nice.
pizza.
Ricky
They're
loves
good.
it.
I do
There's
too.
2 for
They're like the
$5.
school pizzas.
Oh, I love school pizza. You know what that is? It's Elio's. That's all.
Yeah.
I like the French bread.
You can get
Red Baron
Lithuanian
has a
bread
good one,
pizza in
too.
that magic aisle. At Starbucks.
Elio's is the best.
I like my Domino.
Anything else, Rebecca?
No.
Okay.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, I did. I'm sorry. I did have something. You have many choices, and no matter what choice you make, it'll be the amazing choice.
Oh.
See.
I need your head in her body.
Wow, that's like a double insult.
Oh, I know. I couldn't say I need you in my life. That's fucked up. I need her thinking in Ricky's body.
That is a double insult right
It is
there.
not.
2 to 1. It is.
Ricky compliments me differently.
It doesn't matter what I say to you. You just you don't listen to me
This is
anyway.
an asshole. That's okay. I'll say it for you, Ricky.
I learned Boo's not on for 3 weeks. Boo, what'd you learn?
I learned that black people have longer nail beds than white people do, apparently.
It's from all the cotton.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Enjoy that.
That was in the chamber. He was ready.
Enjoy that booze cruise there,
Right?
Pete.
It's like he's been sitting on that. I can't wait.
Now you just wait one cotton picking minute.
I didn't realize that was racist back then when Bugs Bunny was saying that.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
until
Go ahead.
just this moment, I was like, oh wow, how about that?
All right, Boo, go ahead.
I learned that when I am ugly crying, my voice carries. I was literally 2 rooms away. I was literally 2 rooms away, and you guys still heard me. So that's incredible. Let's see, what else did I learn? I learned. I guess. I learned that Kindle has hobbit feet. I'm not the only one.
Yes.
Kindle has hobbit feet, and they're good for scaling sides of mountains.
Yes, very much. Yeah.
And I learned that Stouffer's has really good pizza. I did not know that. And
What? You never had their pizza?
I probably at some point in my life, you know.
Go get a French bread.
The French bread you said?
Yeah, the French bread. Stouffer's French bread pizza.
And that's it. That's all I learned.
Ricky?
Where do I get the look? I learned that Boo never had Stouffer's French bread pizza.
Because we live like a block from Zapardi's.
It doesn't matter. Stouffer's is still good. He doesn't live a block from Zapardi's.
We can mail it to him.
Well, you can mail him Zapardi's. Yeah.
Some cellophane wrap, send it right out.
They ship them.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Zapardi's ships pizza.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I just learned that. Can I add that to my thing?
I wonder how much postage that.
You live around the corner.
It was. I
didn't know they
thought
ship
about
it.
sending it to Utah when my son was in Utah, and it
Yeah?
was pretty pricey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't do it.
Jeez.
I also learned that I displeased my husband by not letting him try to please me, I guess.
For a full hour.
Don't fuel the fire, Boo.
Can't put a price on pleasure. Rock hard weekend.
$45.
There was a time when you two were at each other's throats. Now y'all are banging against me.
I don't think I've ever been at
Whatever.
anybody's throat.
Bitches.
Except yours.
We're trying to do a show here. Turn off your fucking phone.
Fucking
That goes for all of you.
That's pretty much all I learned. I mean, I learned everything that everybody else learned, but...
What I learned, hang on.
Sound of texting.
Hang on. Let's stop the show.
I learned that Dane shouldn't be. Well, I can't say it because I don't want to like make him mad.
No,
but
it's
kind
okay.
of a compliment.
We're
but
all
not a
friends here.
compliment.
Go for it, man. We're all friends here.
Maybe take a class in presentation, but your skills at career opportunities is good.
Okay.
Because the way you presented it to me,
Yeah.
made me want to drink bleach.
Okay.
Is that bad?
No, it's not bad.
No, you had good intentions.
Yeah.
It was just your delivery.
Okay.
Is that bad?
Not at all.
Okay, I'm just wondering. No, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm
No,
saying,
no,
I hate being so brutally honest. I need to go back to being a drug
Dude, we're
addict.
friends. Dude, we're friends strictly because I like your honesty.
No, because you yelled at me, like, basically. You were yelling at me.
I didn't mean
like,
yell at you.
Sorry. I just...
No, yeah.
See, I always get upset after I say something.
Don't be.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
mad
no.
at you.
Okay.
No.
No, you had good intentions, a great heart.
I appreciate that.
But your delivery was like, all right. Now you make me feel bad. I feel bad about my decision. No.
Well,
Because you're telling me to
it's
go
tough
after
love.
something, but it's
feel
true.
it,
I
yeah.
should.
Yeah. It's tough love.
But the fucking roof over my head tells me not to.
I feel you. Well,
My wife doesn't help. That's what I'm trying to say. You thank you.
yeah.
You helped me. My wife's like, I'm just stand behind you, whatever you do.
I can't make the decision for you.
But I'm saying,
Fuck
like,
it. Take the $30 an hour job. I could use a day off.
They see what I mean? Anger. I have compassion through the man. I do a good job through a friend's wife.
Listen, when I try to be
And this is
compassionate,
what I get. Take the fucking job. What do I
because
care?
when I try to be compassionate,
I'd love to
you're
have a day off.
You get mad because I'm not giving you the answer you want. I'm like,
Exactly. That's why you're all here every Wednesday.
Only you can
To
make
get me
this
through my life.
decision.
The name of the show is my name, goddamn it.
Orders up. No.
I also learned that no, don't take it personally.
No, not at all, man. Don't take it
You
serious.
confuse me as more.
We're,
is what I'm saying.
we're friends because of your honesty.
No, I know,
That's why
but
I'm
you
here.
confused me. I'm not saying what you did or how you did it was
Yeah.
bad. You just confused me.
You make me drink bleach.
Imagine that, like a Hallmark
No,
card.
it was almost like the coach in 5th grade. Like you're doing a fucking great job, you stupid piece of shit.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it. You know, so why are you yelling at me?
This is not even the first time tonight drinking bleach has been suggested.
I've seen you hit home runs. God damn it, you can hit home runs.
You are the home run.
Yeah.
Hit him all the way to Dippy Loop.
Jippy Loop. I learned that Dave and I have the same observations. The Jesus kid. What? And I'll tell you right now exactly. It's glass with red in it somehow, and like in the top of the candle's ribbed, or it's got an edge on it.
It's for Jesus' pleasure.
Yeah, it's got a beveled edge, though, right?
I think so. I've never looked closely enough at them. Just kind of like the religious imaging on the holder. I've not looked inside.
Next to the decon mousetrap. Which work, by the way.
And the portable AM only radios.
When you light it, it spells out the Lord's Prayer and smoke.
It's like a firework.
Yeah.
One of those custom ones.
Well, I learned about Kendall. Well, let's go to Rebecca first. Rebecca texts me, cooking dinner. It'll be portable. It'll be mobile. And then she walks in with
French bread
pizza. Like, I thought she made you like a plate. I was like, oh, we'll be able to eat it. You know, shit.
Nope, here's a disc with cheese and sauce on it.
And then I brought dessert. Let me peel back.
Would anyone like a Malamar?
What I learned from Kendall, he can bring my expectations down too. Oh, yeah, if you take this job, you can't have your actual job right now. Sometimes, Kendall.
So choose wisely.
Well, you want to be a sales guy? Say goodbye to Street Pete.
No, that's
It'd be a shame if something were
that's
to
Kendall's
happen to your
subliminal
job.
message. Well, you can't work for us anymore. No pressure. No pressure. You know, the job that got you on the air, right? Yeah, I don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're still in the building.
I got my Jesus candle, so.
Kendall's like, I'll put in a good word for you. He goes back to the boss. He's like, he drinks.
I see it.
Yeah. Well, listen, you got to stay
You remember
here,
those tickets
underling.
at the front desk? Yeah, that was him.
You know the Connect 4? Yeah. Must I remind you?
You remember the Connect 4 game? Yeah.
Don't worry, Pete. You can just be my assistant. Forever.
This is going to be a problem.
Oh, dear. You can see Drew now, right? In their office. Not just the one. Drew, can you give us a good reference? No. No, he breaks things. He breaks things and he loses things.
Yeah.
I remember that one time I had to drive to the arena to get my Tic Tac 4 back. I harped on him for weeks. No, goddammit, I'm not giving him up. He's doing the goddamn tailgate. That's what he's done.
He's committed.
He's committed. Every time. Every time. Boo, what did I learn? I learned that you're very, very... I've never seen you this in love. I can't even make fun of you this week.
I was half expecting Peter to be like,
I
told you so.
I can't make him upset this week. I can't.
No.
It's because I've never been in this love. I've never been this deep in love before. That's why you've never seen it.
Balls deep in it.
We were all thinking that.
I am, exactly. Cleveland show, balls deep in love.
Balls deep in love.
Yeah.
Well.
I don't know what else to say.
Stay black,
It's
y'all.
okay.
No, and Ricky, not to make fun of Ricky or anything, but
You've done that enough.
I tried to please her, and I guess it's
Some men cop out and they buy their girls flowers. Baby, I bought you these for me, for you.
Fish oil pills.
More
Mega red.
snake oil pills.
I don't know. It was a bad thing.
Well, until tested.
$45 for pills or $45 a whiskey. Both get the job done. At least according to Riggy. Well, when you're drunk, I believe was her exact response to you.
No,
in those
that
pills.
was his response.
Oh, right. Well, he argues for you, so it's your
He does a
response
lot
by
of
default.
talking on her behalf.
Yeah.
Good morning, my beautiful family.
Well, Junior, you're in a good mood.
It's because I'm in love. In love? Who is she? It's a she, right? Because if it's a he, I'm sending you to one of those camps.
She's a new girl at school, and I'm super excited. You see, Dad, it's not just superficial. I'm deep in love.
How deep?
You know how when I go in the ball pit at Cheesy Charlie's and I sink all the way down to the bottom and you can't find me?
That deep?
That's right, Dad. I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep. I'm talking about balls deep in love.
I honestly didn't even know this was a thing when I said balls deep in
Yes.
love before.
This is a hit song.
I'm actually kind of glad right now.
I want to have sex with a personality. Try hump her positive traits. Into her feelings, make her south mouth salivate. Tyra, are you listening? We're not talking just the tipping. Thank you, Scotty Pippen.
No problem. Just here dropping off an application. Players in my day didn't make as much as they do today.
Huh, sorry to hear that. Where was I?
You're talking about balls deep.
I'm talking about balls deep. We're talking about balls deep in love. I'm talking about balls deep.
My boy's talking about balls deep. We're talking about balls deep in love.
Remember we used to play that every week, Boo.
Yeah, it's never been as appropriate as it is
Today. All right, so hopefully we'll see you back here in a month. That's crazy.
Well, yeah. At the very latest, I'll be back on the 16th
Of October.
of October.
So that's 3 episodes of Mayans, 3 episodes of Empire.
That's how you keep time.
When is your next time back?
23rd.
So it'll be the week before Dave. Okay. All right. Anyways, you guys have a great weekend. I will let you know my decision, what I decided next week, if you give a fuck.
Suspense.
Share the podcast, please. We're
Stay on the radio.
Since we've been back, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8, over 1,500 downloads.
You doing a
Thank
cheer?
Huh?
2,
It's
5,
only
6,
4.
8.
So we've only been out.
Appreciate the listeners. Woo, yeah, the listeners.
We've only been out for 8 weeks, and we've had 1,200 downloads already. So that's crazy.
That's really nice.
And that, I'm not even including the boys, but demographics, it's all men that are listening to our show. And
Thanks, fellas.
5 continents. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 continents.
We don't have that.
I know.
many
10
play.
countries.
Oh, it's like, wow. We have such a strong base.
Sorry.
They're forming new land. That's incredible.
I'll show you why I said continents. Because I'm looking here, and then I see the continents that are lit up, and I'm like,
interesting. Okay.
North America, South America. I know.
Oh, they're
India.
big in India. I was just-
Wow.
Yeah, really big in India. See that?
How does bigger than the U.S.?
This is the countries that
Namaste.
are listening to us.
Wow.
See, we're in Alaska.
Interesting.
We're in North America, South America. We're not anywhere here.
Like how
South America is still like us.
Pakistan is number 3.
Look at India.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're over here in
Thank you,
Philippines,
Oh, the Philippines.
France, and Turkey.
I think they're listening for
Turkey.
Ricky. They're like veterinarians.
But India, 55% of our listeners are India. Thank you, Lisa Leggett.
Well, maybe we shouldn't talk
Thank
like
you
that
for all
if
the
we
tech
want
support.
to retain our listeners.
Exactly. Remember what happened to what's his face who just got fired from SNL this week?
They can't
After
fire
being
us,
fired
though.
4
I
days
mean.
beforehand.
And a big nice thing, too, is they're listening to us on the computer, which has got to be old people.
Or they're doing tech
Chrome
support.
Mobile.
It's all the outsourcing.
Chrome Mobile would be an Android?
Well, Chrome's a browser. You can get it on any app. Android, yeah. Probably iPhone. They might try to fight you on it though.
Our own website, we're not getting listeners. We're getting it through other things. So
Spotify.
Yeah, we're on Spotify, iTunes. We're everywhere. So these right here are amazing numbers. So
That's
I like
nice.
that stuff. When it's like here, all the way through, no. If you notice, it's goes up and up and up and up and up every week.
That's right. It does go up.
Actually, this is daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's daily. We still get downloads on a daily basis. Like, wow. So, I know, I'm starting to brag a little bit, but hey, that's what we're supposed to do.
God damn
we
it,
will
Stevie.
see you, and we have 4,900 people that like us, too, so.
Thank you very much, people.
And in the course of,
We like you back.
in the course of the history, over 120,000 plays and downloads, right? 118,000 total plays, 28,000 downloads, 4,000 followers. So, the power of podcasting. The boys too; they're doing good too.
Oh yeah,
8,000 plays with 1,000 downloads. They haven't been on for more than 8 weeks. So, that's 10 years compared to 1 year. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up the good work, boys.
Thank you.
Need to share it more though.
Yeah, I know.
Wheel Snipe Sally, boys.
All right, buddy. We'll see you, buddy. Guys, we'll see you. Boo, we'll see you. Be careful. Stay. If you need us, call us. Whatever.
Yeah, we're here for you, brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And stay black, y'all.
Stay black.
Good night.
All y'all.
Good show, guys. Good show.